According to my watch, it's the 7:04 hour. It's your boy Twan Don from the 7:04 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Commissioner, founder, we're here. How's everyone doing today, man? I hope everybody's feeling better, man. It's on a Wednesday, currently 12:49 in the PM. We're going to break down what I'm going to do is break down. And today I'm on the solo dolo tip, you know what I'm saying? May or may not add people in later on. Just want to get some things off my chest about the Canales thing. But I'm going to do justice. Title of the show is the Dave Canales seat is hotter than you think. Because it is. And no accountability that's going on right now, man. We're seeing some things unfold right before our eyes. I've said so many times before, people disagree with me that Dave Canales is like, he's not the guy, man. But I'm going to explain to you how this all works as a whole unit. It's not just about Bryce. It's not just about Canales. It's not just about Evero. It's the whole front office and how it trickles down into the players. And if we don't get this fixed, then it's going to be a problem. I'm going to take my time today, man. I'm going to do justice with these people. I don't want to do another attack show, but I don't think you're attacking something when you present the truth. There's no secret that I was never a fan of Dave Canales as a coach, and we're just going to get into it. But look, I'm going to do him his due justice. I'm not going to do something where I try to hide what he's done, you know what I'm saying, like some may do. I mean, when you get into like the people that do things on TV and how they try to make things shape to their agenda and not necessarily not the right thing, you know. So I'm not coming in here to try to pull the wool over anyone's eyes, just, you know, presenting the truth. And let me pull this up with Dave Canales. Let's first find out about Dave Canales in the situation. And we're going to go into his press conference from a couple of days ago. We're going to dissect that. And some of the things that he says, you know what I'm saying, how it relates to us as Panthers fans. and going forward. So you guys will see what's going on. So you look at the games differently when we play, or because it looks like from all the people that had the biggest hopes for the Carolina Panthers this year, myself included, after game one, man, it really cut our feet out from under us, and we're looking for answers. I don't think it's panic. I just think that we're looking for answers. I think we were told some things that weren't true. Um, some things that we already figured out for ourselves. Some things we figured was coming, like what's going on the defensive side of the ball. But we're going to explain to you how Canales fits in with that as well. You're a head coach. You get to make all the decisions on the team that you want. Yes, he's the head coach. He calls the plays. Yeah, we do have a defensive coach in Ejiro Evero. But if Canales wants players to be in on defense, he has the power to tell Evero, put such and such in the game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had a problem with not seeing the younger guys play more. You know what I'm saying? If the older guys ain't getting it done, then you got to bring the younger guys in. It's for me, it's going to always be whoever is playing the best is the one that's going to stay on the field, and leaving all that bureaucratic bullshit to the side, about, well, we paid this guy this much money, so he's got to be on the field existential amount of time. Not if he's hurting the team, he shouldn't, So Canales was born, 1981. I'm not going to get into all the stuff with his early life, other than, he's from California. He went to some school called Azusa Pacific University. It's an NAIA program. Getting right straight to his coaching career. Canales began his coaching career serving as the head coach and offensive coordinator of the freshman sophomore team at his alma mater, Carson High. So he did start out in high school. That's 2004 and 5. Then El Camino College. I'm not familiar with that, but it's in El Camino, California. I think it's like a community college. And he served as tight ends coach, special teams coordinator in his first year before transitioning to quarterbacks coach in his final season with the team in 2007. So started off a head coach of a high school team, then drifted to a community college with tight ends, and somehow the tight ends and special teams turned into quarterbacks coach. I don't know how that happens, but that's what happened with that. He had a relationship with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll noticed what was going on at El Camino College. So he teamed up with Pete Carroll over at USC. And he was over at USC for a minute. And he served as an assistant strengths coach for one season. A strengths coach. Strength and conditioning coaches, the ones that's in there. That seems like where his personality with the pep talking comes up when when guys are trying to get you to get the weights up and been on time for weightlifting and all of that. So when the whole debacle went down with Pete Carroll and it was about to hit hard at USC, for those that remember what was going on there with the whole money issues and kids getting paid, and he jumped ship and went to Seattle, and he took Canales with him. And Canales went over to Seattle with him. Canales followed Carroll after the latter's acceptance of the Seattle Seahawks head coaching position. He won his first Super Bowl title, because if you're a coach of any type on a team, you get a Super Bowl ring, when they defeated the Denver Broncos. And it says Canales spent 13 years with the Seahawks, serving in a variety of capacities, meaning whatever I ask you to do, that's what I need you to do. But it was on the offensive side of the staff. So from 2010 through 2007, Canales served as a wide receivers coach, coaching prominent players such as Golden Tate, Sidney Rice, Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett. He later took on the roles of quarterbacks coach and passing game coordinator. 2018, if you don't know what a passing game coordinator, that's what Joe Brady was before he came to us. Back in the day, when he was at LSU, Canales was credited with assisting in the resurgence of quarterback Geno Smith. In 2022, Smith was highly effective as team starting quarterback and was named NFL Comeback Player of the Year, while also earning his first Pro Bowl appearance. Then we know that he became offensive coordinator over at Tampa Bay. He was over there for 1 year. 1 year. Now, he was doing all these odds and ends things at Seattle, but 1 year at Tampa Bay. Did a pretty decent job with Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? They won games. They went to the playoffs. But throughout all the things that we're talking about that we're saying, nowhere does defense come up. Nowhere does defense come up. I'll tell you, explain how that works later. Also on that team said, under the head coach, Todd Bowles, replacing Byron Leftwich. Then in 2025, we was graced with his presence. Now, this is what makes no sense. Take a deep breath, everybody. This is what makes no sense right away. And this is another sign of why the Carolina Panthers are a horrible organization in that front office, because we never do shit that makes sense. Now, we know that our owner came in. He's been the worst winning percentage owner since he's been here of all sports. But for everything that they were getting on him in the media, he seemed to have calmed down with it. He chose to go 0 dark 30 and got quiet. But Dan Morgan, the only coach Dan Morgan could get up in here was Dave Canales. All the odds and end jobs that he had in Seattle. 1 year of offensive coordinator at Tampa Bay, and then you make him a head coach. And then for some people, it's like, well, everybody got to get their feet wet, Twan, or whatever. I get it. But then you make him a head coach, and what's his first contract? You sign him to a 6-year deal. Why? Look, I'm gonna be calm on this one. You could have signed him to a 3-year deal. He wasn't gonna turn it down. Nobody was out here hunting Canales down. Nobody wanted him as a head coach. He only spent 1 year as a offensive coordinator. But I don't know, man. We won't pay our players. Well, we recently started doing that, but we'll give a head coach that's unproven damn near what look like the max in coaching. An unproven guy. The only guy we could get. You give him a 6-year contract. Canales got his first win as a Panthers coach September 22nd, 2024. So, in his first season as the Panthers head coach, Canales led the team to 5-12. So, second season, Canales has 5 wins. We go back to Frank Reich, and he got fired. And he had a couple of wins, maybe one. Then you go back to Matt Rule, who could only put together 5 wins every year that he was here. And Scott Fitterer, the GM at that time, was super trash as well. And we all know the situation with Wilkes, with Coach Wilkes, who should currently be the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. But a billionaire is never going to go to someone and apologize for his actions, and they don't like the backstep. So if you're thinking David Tepper is going to call this man up and say, look, my bad, I need you to come back, because, man, we could see the future with Steve Wilkes here. Players were ready to knock down walls for him to play for him. He brought a tenacity to the team where he was kind of a player's coach, but you knew he meant business. We saw with Robbie Anderson on the sideline causing confusion where he had to send him to the locker rooms early. Just, the chemistry seemed to have been coming back. I think he would have drafted us so if we kept him. I think he would have got a lot better out of these guys. People don't understand players-coach relationships is, man, look, if you got a coach that players don't respect, which I feel like we're dealing with right now, it's not going anywhere. It's not. If you got the players who are used to coaches, the loud coaches that know what they're talking about, that wants to get the best out of you, and like we could be friends after the game, that's not the guy we got, man. We got a Cub Scout leader, motivational speaker, guy trying to sell you vacuum cleaners, Dave Canales, on our team, and I think he's a prop. When I'm really looking at this closely, I'm not really even sure if he's making all the decisions, man. I think he's following suit from someone. Could be Dan Morgan, because now Dan Morgan has gone silent. And that seems to be what happens with all our GMs when we're losing terribly. They all go silent. No one talks. No one comes ahead. No one wants to take the tough questions. They pussy out and go somewhere and leave and hide.
That sounds incredibly frustrating.
So, look, it was one thing I think the fans would want to tell the organization right now is we're not stupid. And so why do y'all treat us like this? Why do y'all come at us like this? Like, we're not stupid. Just talk to us straight, So look, Carolina Panthers Canales signed a 6-year contract. So look, this is his head coaching record right here. We already know he's at 0.29 percentage rate. You know what I'm saying? Not even 30% yet. Finished third in NFC South. We'll wait to see what's going to go on now. So no, he didn't get off to a great start. People, we gotta stop. We gotta stop saying Bryce is not Canales' guy. Because if he's this quarterback whisperer, or you know what I'm saying, we've seen other coaches come to teams, man, and make everybody better. And if Bryce is indeed the problem, then they'll get that guy replaced and move on. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna wait later. I don't want to get into his personal life either, man, because it can go into some dark stuff, you know what I'm saying, that between him and his wife, and it's really none of our business. But if you want to interested in that, you can look that up for yourself and check that out. But Canales, man, it's just he when we said we want players that's got dog in them, we want coaches that's got that dog in them as well. Look, man, let me shout out my man D Bunny in the building. He said, "What's good, family? What's good with you?" Shout out to Matt Gamer. Just keep pounding. My man Stephen Bailey in the building. What's going on, brother? He said the cost of Canales coming here was accepting Bryce Young and Evero and letting Morgan be the real head. You're not getting that from an experienced head coach, correct? I agree. My man Evic, I don't want to butcher this, but I'm gonna try it. Evic and D'Angelo. Evic and Tangela Moores. He said, if we get rid of Canales, I'm going to say we didn't let him choose his guy. But if he goes, it would be a bad for us to keep Bryce. So it would have to be over for Bryce. Listen, man, if Canales walks out the door, Bryce got to walk out the door as well. And vice versa. No, I do believe in giving Canales a third. I mean, giving him a third year, but the rate he's going now and the things he's saying now, I don't even know if that's a good idea, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't want this revolving door of coaches coming in and out here or whatever. But they don't bring the right people in, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, like we set ourselves back with the Wilkes thing. Let me read Palmetto Panther. Shout out to Palmetto Panther. He said, I think Dave's plans was to give Bryce a legit shot this year. He drafted his weapons of choice in T-Mac. So if it doesn't work out this year, Dave knows he has to make the move on. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the frustration that's coming right now is just for this year. If Bryce don't work out and you go get a good quarterback or a great one somehow or whatever, whether it be through the draft or someone who comes over here, the team is already set up. So people's like, it's a win-win. We'll win next year, but it's a loss for this year because, like, who wants to go through a whole season of the same shit? When I felt like things could have been done to avoid this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go with Dave Canales' press conference from yesterday. We're gonna go through Bryce's. Look, man, we have to look and dissect what this man is saying and whatever it is that he's trying to tell us, because something's not right. Something's not going on that he's not telling us. For the first time ever, look, man, I'm glad. Look, I want them to ask him the tough questions. You're going to see where he squeals out of it. I'm going to be honest with you. I really haven't seen this whole thing. I just saw some snips of it. But it looks like he really kind of squealed out of a lot of these opportunities, man. But let's take a look at him real quick, and we'll talk about it.
Now, obviously not good enough. You know, the turnovers, the explosive plays.
One of the things I will say, man, with everything that I've been telling my own people, and that's why I call it no accountability, Dave Canales likes to use the word we instead of I. When it's something that's specific to him that he messes up, or he's got to be better at, when coaches go, I got to coach my guys better, I got to do this, or he likes to use the word we. He does not like to use the word I. He hardly ever says it. You know, it's a we fucked up. Oh, yeah. And to be honest with you, that's really how football works. But in the NFL, it's a little different when you're a head coach and you get paid the money that you get paid or whatever, and you got guys looking crazy. It's not a we if you call them bad plays and the guys are like, the defense are waiting on this because they know what you're going to call. Almost like when they had that 8 in the box with Bryce the year before, where they dared us to do things. So look out for the we's and not the I's.
I thought our tackling was not great. We let a couple of plays out that, you know, we had stopped, you know, essentially for nothing. And, you know, we let them get through to the second level. You know, I think anytime you have 4 turnovers in a game, you give, you know, an offense with a bunch of weapons, more opportunities. You know, this is the outcome. This is what happens here. I'm proud of the guys for finishing. I'm proud of them for continuing to play. But they know as well as I know that's not good enough. But it was a good chance to just look at them in the eye and say, look, where we're at right now. And we got to look at the tape. We have to grow from this. We have to take care of the basic things that we've been working on and just take a next step this week. So, but certainly disappointed in how we played today, especially with all the things that we emphasize.
Dave, given the way the passing game was operating, when you decided to go empty on 4th and 1,
yes.
What was the logic behind that play?
Yeah, we just liked our matchup. Felt like we had a good concept right there. You know.
So he said on the 4th and 1 play that we didn't get, they said, you know, what was the skill for going 4th and 1 on the play? Then look, you know, I'm not trying to be ticky-bick with this guy, but you just got to listen closely. He said, yeah, we thought it was there's no we. You're making the play and you made the decision. It's not a we. I'm telling y'all, Canales does not take accountability for nothing. That man, as far as we know, he's thinking about his next head coaching job. He's going to try to say the right things or whatever, but he's not going to incriminate himself.
Didn't work out, you know, but you know that was a situation where it's a play that we know. Wanted to put our guys in a comfortable position with good answers for it, and we didn't execute.
At the end of that play, Bryce comes to the sideline. You said something to him.
He said something back. He slammed.
So he's been asked about Bryce when he came to the sideline and threw his helmet down, or there was clearly some unrest. I actually kind of like that moment because I didn't know Bryce had it in him. And I think I've seen this clip, where he just completely tries to divert the question and, yeah, that's between me and Bryce or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is my problem with this situation. If it's something good, they're going to go to the counter or they're going to go to the podium and they're going to yell it out from the highest of the lands. And they say that the NFL is entertainment, right? They said, first and foremost, the NFL game is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment. But when Canales gets asked real questions about entertainment, because football is an entertaining sport, then he starts trying to treat it like it's the FBI. Like, we can't let the people know or whatever, If it's entertainment, like what is it that you're gonna say that's gonna change anything if we know it? Like, imagine that the people that watch this game, that Panthers fans, are not dumb, and we could come to our own conclusions when you could just clear it up and just say, what? We ain't telling you to tell us the whole story, but you can just kind of clear it up. Why is it when bad things are happening with this team, then now all of a sudden they want to treat the team like it's the FBI? They want to redact everything. We can't say this. It's entertainment. Why can't you? It's not top secret. If the fans find out, what's going to happen if we find out what y'all said? Mass mayhem? You think we going to shut Mint Street down? So, as fans, we get to watch this organization lose year after year after year and take our money year after year after year, our time year after year after year. But we can't know about a conversation.
His helmet. Was he upset with the play call?
I'm never going to share that kind of stuff with, public.
I'm never going to share that type of stuff. So if you and Bryce are having a great conversation about something, about whatever, then don't share that with us either. What is it that you think is so secret that you can't share? What is it? I'm never going to share that type of stuff because he's saying we are not worthy of knowing what's going on with a team that we invest in, that we have financially invested in. It's like almost like we're all like little investors into this team and like little owners. Like at least we own like tiny shares. And when it comes down to business, then the fans, I'm never letting them know anything about what you and Bryce talk about. But Bryce want us to buy his jersey. You want us to come to the game and watch your team play? Cowardly. This is cowardly.
I think that's just something that he and I will work through, and talk about. But, his frustration wasn't directed at me in that. We were just talking about we got to keep playing ball, and I've been in situations, I've been in these games. I'm sitting there with an onside kick opportunity thinking, shoot, let's get it. Let's go score again. Let's see if we can make it happen quickly and trying to keep hope alive there. But, I think it was just a frustrating day in general. So, I think there's a lot of guys that would come up here and tell you they wish they could do better.
I think the snaps were coming a little higher.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. We just had, we really just got to figure out just calming down the cadence part, and getting everybody sorted out in the protection. I got to give a credit to the Jags. Thought they did a good job of presenting some issues with pressures. We had some success against what they did. They got us a few times. They chose a very aggressive approach, but we had a plan for it. And I think it's just, making sure that we get the whole rhythm and organization from the center and everybody else, on the same page so that we're ready to go.
Dave, you guys spent the entire summer working on what you were going to do on offense and defense. This is the second week one in a row where you guys have been blown out in a game. What do you think the disconnect is going from training camp where you said you guys have had great practices?
Asking about the disconnect.
I wish I could tell you that. It's disappointing. We're all disappointed. Felt really good about the work we've put in. It did not show up today. And that's something that I was able to talk to the group about. It's like, guys, we know what we have in this room, but it just comes down to finishing plays, finishing drives when we get our red zone opportunities, stopping them when they get down there, and it really just comes down to that. That's a part of our game that we have to practice.
Guys, listen, the building ain't going to be shit. The foundation ain't going to be shit if the coach ain't shit. We can blame all the players that we want. His job is to motivate, put the best schemes, the best plays out there on the field to get these guys ready. And he did not have these guys ready because he wants to be the cool coach. But when shit goes awry, it's our fault and not his fault. I'm going to let a little bit more of this play, then we're going to go into the interview from yesterday.
At ourselves on.
Or the day before.
And that's the growth that we have.
What is in the locker room right now?
Honestly, disappointed. But at the same time, I think there's a look of surprise a little bit for the guys because they know what kind of group we have in there. And this was not up to the standard that of our expectations for how we play. But the guys are, pretty focused on like, all right, we get back to work, and this is words coming from the players.
So we're going to leave it there. We're going to go to an even more disturbing press conference, which was a couple of days ago. This is the one I didn't see at all. And so I'm going to be watching it with you guys. But I did see some snippets on it. Let's go.
Right now, had a chance to talk to the team and said, look, let's take a picture of this. Let's look right at it, and look at the different areas that we need to improve. And the things that we're looking at are fundamental things that we work on, that we're counting on. And I think the more that we can make the progress tangible for them, something that they can see and say, okay, well, if we work on this, we practice this, this will lead, to success. This will lead to improvement in what we're doing. That's the way we try to do it on Mondays. And so we looked at the clips, we looked at the turnovers, we looked at the missed tackles, the fundamental parts of it, looked at the processes at the line, against some pretty challenging looks, some pretty challenging pressure looks that we can certainly sort out, that we have done in the past, and to make sure that we're on the same page. So, we just watched it together as a team, started with special teams clips and went to offense, went to defense, and said, let's look at this and let's take a step forward. And we know what we're working on going into this week.
You mentioned the looks for the snap and the pre-snap. Yeah. You had 2 drives that were around 5 minutes each, with very limited first down earned.
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of, I don't want to say more urgency, but like, how do you get this snap off quicker? Or is that strategic that you guys are leaving it down to the last couple of seconds?
Yeah, no, it's not. That's something that we want to get better at. So we'll be attacking that this week.
And you guys, 7 straight games have given up.
Oh, the connection between what's coming from the sideline to Bryce Young on the field when the plays are being called on. I mean, so one of the things that we noticed a lot of is that the plays were coming down all the way down to like 1 second, all drifting into 0.5 seconds before we were getting the ball snapped. I told you, Canales has a great. Look, him and a whole lot of coaches. They have a way of being able to come to podiums and fluff. They teach them how to do it. It's called media training, and fluffing you and trying to tell you shit without telling you shit or whatever. All I know is when things are all good, they'll tell you whatever the hell you want to hear. But when they're not good, you know what I'm saying? Again, it goes back to this. It's football. Why are you holding on to secrets with football? It's not. We're not talking about wars. You know what I'm saying? Or things that can get into the wrong hands, you know what I'm saying, or financial information. We're talking about football. You know what I'm saying? But these guys they don't want to be vulnerable with anything, you know what I'm saying? They like to hide their little nasty little secrets or whatever and keep the people that employ these people and bring the money to the organization to keep us dumb and out here in the cold. You know, I hate the short word answers. I hate when coaches are just like, you know, unless the reporter that's asking the question is being mean or he's being a dickhead about it. But if someone's asking a straight up question, you know what I'm saying? I can't stand it, you know, and people, we have to stop thinking, well, that's just football. That's just what coaches do. Teams and people should be demanding more of that. If you're going to call it entertainment, then why are you trying to make it some FBI shit when you get to that podium? You know? I don't trust this guy, man. I don't believe him. I wouldn't believe him as a coach. He wouldn't move me. And see, and people that know me, this is not coming from me after this game. I've been saying this about Canales. I didn't care for him last year. I do not want this guy as our head coach. But at the same time, I do know that you have to give him a third year. Because just cutting coaches ain't the answer either. First lady of the show, 704 Charlotte Brown Show, Claire, she said it best. Like, man, I'm tired of the revolving door of coaches over here. But my thing was, don't sign Canales to a 6-year deal. If he's only been the offensive coordinator for 1 year, and no, that's dumb. This is just younger Matt Rule bullshit that we're talking about right now, bro. Tell me how he's any different than Matt Rule. Tell me. Gino wasn't his quarterback. He got with him and he got him right. Baker Mayfield wasn't his chosen quarterback. He got assigned to him and he got him right. So all this Bryce ain't his quarter. Man, miss me with that shit when everybody was calling this dude the quarterback whisperer. And when he goes to the podium saying, "Oh, this is Bryce's team, and he's taking full command or whatever." So that's why we did the last show. Somebody's lying, bro. Stop. We don't forget what y'all say when y'all are at this podium.
200 or more rushing yards. You brought up the tackling. Like, do you just have to get back to basics, or is this a matter of adjusting the scheme? Given
his playbook is already basics.
What's happened as a trend?
Yeah, coming off the film, I mean, the scheme was there. You know, we got to get guys down. We had a couple of TFLs available for us early on in the game. We got to get the guy to the ground. You know, the big 70-yarder was really like a free player. We got a free player. We got 2 guys outside, you know, 2 guys in the D gap. And we're trying to spill that so Trey Merritt could be in position to make that play, you know, and they cut us off. And so then all of a sudden he's got a decision to make. Do I jump inside or hop back out? And the ball got popped out there, and Nick Scott had a chance to make that tackle, didn't get him down, you know, and these are the things that we have to talk about and address. You know, it's a run fit thing. It's making sure you can trust if I do my job, the next guy will do his.
Back on that pre-snap operations,
Yeah.
Where's the disconnect? Is it you not getting the play in fast enough or Bryce not getting it out of the huddle?
A little bit of both. And we just got to keep pushing the whole group, you know, to make sure that we're replicating that and that's coming to life and walk through and practice the whole thing.
How much of an impact is it when you're breaking the huddle or they're breaking the huddle late and Bryce not getting to see the field?
It creates more challenges. You know, we have the information we need to get the hots right, to get the protection right, but it's those critical 5 or 6 seconds. It doesn't seem like a lot of time. It's everything, for us to be able to play at the line of scrimmage, get to the right looks and execute.
Do you have an update on Turk? Wharton?
Yeah, Turk's got he's got a hamstring. He's going to miss a little bit of time. So, I think right now it looks like it's going to be in that 2 to 4 weeks, somewhere that kind of range. But we got an MRI on him today. So, and he was having a fantastic game. He had 4 tackles early on, and was really doing a great job getting off of blocks and making his opportunities.
Does his IR sound like that's a possibility or no?
I'm not sure about that right now. Yeah.
Pat Jones.
Pat Jones had an ankle. He's going to be okay. We checked him this morning. He's sore, but the hope is to get him back going this week for practice.
From a play calling standpoint, specifically on that 4th and 1,
Yeah.
would you do
I'm on there, mute. And Dirt Rose said, it wasn't that aggressive. We're just that soft. You know what I'm saying? I've been on mute for a minute. I'm over here tripping. if it's a conversation about just football, sure, Claire said, but if it's about emotional moment, then what happens where words are exchanged, then they doesn't always need to be public knowledge. Alonzo said, Coach Strash, I think. I got to go back over all these now because I was over here talking on mute. Get my edge on. Dirt Rose said accountability. Eternal 252 said, I agree. It's entertaining. I don't understand how grown men get mad and commit self-destruction over this in wrestling. I'm just a spectator. Palmetto Panther says something is definitely off. The offense has no rhythm. And he said for a team with an offensive coach, exactly, bro. What I said with Canales is this, though, man. In case y'all didn't hear it because I was on mute, was that Canales has been an offensive coordinator 1 year. He's been a head coach 1 year. So now we're asking him to take his 1 year offensive coordinator and his 1 year of head coach and put it together and be both. Well, we all know that man is a real offensive coordinator. His plays suck. His playbook is trash. People say, no, Twan, you can't say that because it worked over there in Tampa Bay. It did. But he also had a different caliber of players over there in Tampa Bay at the time as well. And I'm not trying to make excuses or anything. I happen to think that the guys on our offense can be just as good. But I'm wondering, man, if Dave Canales is calling over all the shots over here, even though he's a head coach. Dirt Rose say turn 2-2 true, but XL has a couple of chances where he was lost. One blocking assignment and turning around the route. That's another thing, man, that we're gonna get into later on another show too. Is XL, man, his seat might be burning. We might need to start looking at offers for him. Like when you don't know to get your feet in bounds, we in trouble, bro. We're in trouble. Dirt Rose said he has hands, still suspect too, man. I'm tired of talking about the same dude every year, man. Dirt Rose said, I wish we had Ladd instead. I do too. But I mean, with this play calling on, no. Shout out to Omar Bennett in the building. Twan, you the common denominator is it's a fat dude with glasses. Exactly, bro. We know who it is, man. We know who that is. Kitty said, is it me or does it keep pausing with no sound? Nah, it was not you. I was over here on mute tripping. Dirt Rose said, it's not just you. My bad, people. My bad, man. Michael Wilder said, I'm tired of being soft, man. When are we going to get this right? Get rid of Evero. I'm tired of this motherfucker. Evero, I mean, I don't even want to waste my time talking about Evero. We all know I don't think he's going to make it through the year. I really don't, man. For a man whose job is on the line, he doesn't look to be, he's like an old 80-year-old man set in his ways. And people keep telling me, he's following Nick Fangio's defense to the T. Well, it's working for Nick Fangio. It ain't working for him. Steven said owners aren't paying head coaches to be honest with the public. Rather to be a team booster. Keep the conflict and team discipline in the private. Head coaches with big mouths are the outlier, not the norm. I know, but a lot of times, and we got to stop calling it like a big mouth. Man, frustration is real. It's a real thing. You can't always pretend to be happy after some bullshit or whatever. And nobody says you got to go up there and start blabbing a bunch of dumb shit out. But we know coaches They say what they man. Look, the thing is, it's a new time. It's a new time. We could go back 10, 15 years where coaches used to get on that podium and speak the truth, and we felt it. The coach with the Cardinals, when he got up there, said, we had him. And we let him slip through our fingers. You know what I'm saying? Those have been epic moments, bro. This kumbaya shit is some new, young shit. I'm tired of the kumbaya, bro. Relax and talk sports. I personally don't think Dave is calling shots over here. I think Tepper is still actively pulling strings behind the scenes. No, man. I think Dave gets missing when it's like all the rest of the GMs we ever had when shit is not going right. They go in their little room and they don't come out. JP, shout out to JP. He said, ain't no way we're talking about coming off of XL after only 1 year, but willing to suffer through a rookie contract with little buddy 5'10", man. Look, man, I'm going to tell you something, bro. Look, Nick Tri-State said something the other day, and I was about to be upset with him, man. But look, I mean, we really got to say, I mean, like, maybe he was on to something, man. I don't think XL got it all between his ears, bro. I mean, that's not a diss. I'm in for real, bro. I'm telling you, I don't think dude right in the head, bro. I don't. Swarm said, Twan, but the team is bought in on what Canales is preaching. No, the hell they not. I'm telling you, bro, I don't think these dudes respect Canales, bro. The defense damn sure don't respect Evero. Canales' coaching style is not what this team need. That buddy bullshit. Shout out to Kitty. She said, hold up. They asked about Tepper coming down from the mountaintop for a meeting. Come on. Yeah, we're about to get into that. Let me get back to this thing real quick, man.
Do things differently, or do you still like the play call after watching tape?
We had good matchups. We had what we wanted. We just got to execute it, you know? And that's kind of what we went back to. And, you know, Bryce and I had that.
Listen to that soft shit. We had good matchups, but we just went back. We had good matchups.
We had what we wanted. We just got to execute it, you know? And that's kind of what we went back to. And, you know, Bryce and I had that conversation. It was like, he liked the call, you know? We had guys in good matchups, and we just got to execute.
Did he try to throw the ball away, or was it just off the mark? And if so, would you rather him take the shot just in case? Even
I thought it was kind of a miscommunication. Was Xavier going to break to the front pylon or go to the back pylon? I think he was taking a shot to the back pylon on that.
That's supposed to be a rub route, and did T-Mac run the right route?
On the 4th and 1? No, it was not. Yeah.
Describe what you saw in that play. I mean, it looked like Leggett was open there for a second, but also Bryce had pressure. What did you see, and what do you think should have happened there?
Yeah, I just think execution in general. I don't want to get too specific about our plays.
You were able to hit T-Mac a couple times on third down. So what do you think about his first performance after we're good to go?
I thought he played fast. You know, I thought he looked very comfortable out there one-on-one outside. You know, we moved him around a little bit. And he showed an ability to be able to handle that. You know, he and Bryce were on the same page timing-wise. So I was really pleased with the way he played. You know, I'd love for him to come up with the big touchdown in the end zone, shot down the field, but he ran a beautiful route on it. And he really gave us a chance to have some explosives down the field and to just have a consistent target.
do you think? What's the outlook on Icky now that he's kind of a week further into this process?
He had a great workout today. I think with this thing, what I'm learning is like every day is a huge leap in that direction. And so I expect him to be back this week. I hope he is, but we're going to put him back out there and practice in a limited fashion and make sure he's, pushing on people and feels confident to go.
You guys have talked about being a developmental staff.
Yeah.
On offense, it seems like a lot of the young guys are getting playing.
Stop the cap. This is not a developmental staff. Stop that. Stop that. That is a whole lot. Let's go.
Time on defense, not really. So what goes into the decisions on hey, we want immediate success, or do we want to develop these guys?
Yeah, well, I'm pushing that. I'd love for all of our young guys to play. I really believe that it's so valuable for those guys to be out there. Are they going to be perfect? No. Will every rep that they take be valuable and beneficial for their future? Yes. And so I would love for those guys to get opportunities out there so that we can see what we have. And then also just knowing like it's a long season and a lot of people are going to play, at different times. And so it'll help us, going forward.
Had a conversation.
All right, so this is the thing with that situation. So you guys go out and you draft these rookies, and then the thing is, when you go in front of cameras and you talk about how good and this person's a dog and this person's going to do this or whatever, so naturally human beings think that's what they're going to see when they hit the field. When you talk it up like that, I know it's your job to talk it up, but I'm all for it. If the older guys are not doing their job, to let the younger guys play more. We didn't see a lot of Nick Scorton. He was only out there about 17% of the time, man. We didn't see a whole lot of Ransom out there. He was only out there for about 14% of the time. I got the numbers right here in front of me, man. We didn't see Prince Umimiyalan. He was only out there about 13% of the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of plays, and for people to go, hey, look, man, Twan, he's an offensive coordinator, head coach, or whatever. That's ever. A head coach can tell a defensive coordinator who he wants in the game. But remember, I was going down on Canales in the beginning and telling you what he's done throughout his years or whatever. Nowhere in there did it say anything about him doing anything on the defensive side of the ball. So therefore, we got a head coach that don't know shit about the defense. Therefore, what is he going to tell Evero to change? Canales has no history of working on the defensive side of the ball. Why? Because we went and got and made a guy who was a one-time offensive coordinator a head coach. Because that's all we could get.
You've had to have with EJ.
I just collectively as a staff is just like, hey guys, let's play these young guys. We're going to need everybody.
Is there like a sense of like redundancy between Lathan and Trevin, just from the standpoint of having them next to each other? Like we saw you guys run big nickel, but like in a two safety set, is there any redundancy there?
I think that they're both pretty versatile guys.
First of all, if you don't know how that matches up, it's absolutely redundant to have both of those guys back there in the same spot. They're doing the same thing or whatever. You need to have them more spread out or one more pronounced towards the to the center of the field up there near or around the linebackers or whatever. Having them in the same spot means if somebody gets beat right to left, you know what I'm saying, there's no one over to the other side. That's absolutely stupid. And I've never seen this interview, but I'm going to tell you right now, I already know he's not going to answer it correctly because he doesn't know shit about defense.
So I don't think it's completely that way, but I think
and he's showing it. Listen to the way he's talking. He doesn't know.
But like in a two safety set, is there any redundancy there?
I think that they're both pretty versatile guys. So I don't think it's completely that way, but I think Lathan will get his chances, and
he did not answer the question. Dude said, don't you think it is redundant to have them in the same spot? He never answered the question.
And as he continues to do the right things and show the type of play style that we've seen from him, I think he'll give us confidence, to give him a shot at some point. But, right now, I like the group the way they're at, and we just have to continue to get better at our football.
Yeah, I know the run defense was a concern last year, and it's something work to improve on. How much did having working in there impact things? But also, what did you see on tape when, giving up 200?
I just saw a couple of explosive runs, to be honest. I thought that we played the run consistently pretty well, but I thought that we gave up big plays. We gave up a 70. We gave up the reverse touchdown. And then we gave up a couple of explosive runs in the 4-minute. Those ones hurt because we talk about finishing. We talk about just continuing to play right regardless of what the situation is. And and they got a couple of explosive runs there late, and
All right, so look, I don't know if he's gonna say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you know now. One of the things that we all knew and we talked about it in our debate circles or whatever is that we're soft at linebacker, and that if any team wanted to beat us or stay in the games with us, to attack the middle, and that's just what the Jaguars did. They attacked the middle on us all day on their passing plays, and that's what roasted us. You know what I'm saying? That every now and then to the outside with a run play, that happens. It'll happen in a game. But the way that they mostly hurt us was attacking the middle of the field. It's not a hard scout.
think you add those three up, that's about 100 yards. And you don't want that. That's how these days happen, but I just felt like if the guys were in the right spot, we were playing stout up front, we were playing with technique, and then there was a lapse and there was a big play. That's the NFL. We have to be consistent about it.
Obviously has played this defense two times last year, but also he's got a background with the Rams and obviously Evero. They really attacked the box in the middle of the field early. Why do you think they were able to find success there?
Great scheme. I give a lot.
I just said it. I just said it. I just said it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when the way they beat us is attacking our middle, it's like now they're returning back to Bryce of old, like where they just loaded up the box because Canales doesn't, and I've been told, Canales doesn't trust Bryce Young. So any team, when they see you're not throwing the ball up the field and you keep throwing all these out passes like to the sidelines, and you run a screen after screen and all this other dumb shit, then they're going to load up the box and move up closer. It wasn't until the fourth quarter that Bryce started throwing more up the field, and then, what happened? We scored. This dude is calling plays like throwing hot noodles on the wall to see what sticks. In my opinion, he has no clue what he's doing, bro.
A lot of credit to Liam and to that staff. Shane Waldron, guy that I know that we have history with, John Van Dam, Chad Morton, Keli'i Kekueba, who was with us last year as well. It's a really good staff, and I thought they did a great job of preparing those guys to play us and executing.
Generally speaking, sometimes when you look at the tape, it might not be as bad as you thought it was, or not as good as you thought it was. Where did you land?
I landed disappointed and encouraged, and that's really, I can sense that from this group as well. I can sense that they know.
He said encouraged. I didn't say it. He said it.
That we have a team that can be good, that can play a really good brand of football. I can sense that from the feeling I got in our team meeting, the look in their eyes, the disappointment afterwards, but also this sense of like, guys, we can do better than this. I think we have a really talented group on the offensive side. I think we have a really talented group on the defensive side. Our special teams units covered well with a bunch of young guys out there. They protected well in punt protection and some of those things. And I think the pieces that I saw watching the film directly afterwards, getting up this morning and watching parts of it with the offense, parts with the defense, and having our conversations, I just feel good about this team. I don't feel good about the team that we put out there on Sunday in terms of the execution and the fundamentals. When it's things that I feel like we can coach, when it's things that I feel like we can help them with, I feel very confident that this group will be able to come together and play good football.
What did your owner say about, how did he feel about the performance? You said you didn't like the team was out there. What did he say to you afterwards?
We had some great conversations.
Going back to what you were saying, Devash, on that note, both Jason.
You didn't like the team was out there. What did your owner say about?
So the guy said, what did the owner say? David Tepper. So the consensus is that David Tepper called him to the principal's office to have a conversation. Bro, look, I'm telling you, when coaches start showing, people say you ain't supposed to show emotion or whatever. You see the emotion he showed right there? You show the short-temperedness. You know what I'm saying? When somebody asks you a real question, because it's public knowledge, that Tepper called to speak with you, do you see the attitude that he caught? You know what I'm saying? And the short answer, we had some great conversations. Like, don't ask me that shit no more.
How did he feel about the performance? You said you didn't like the team was out there. What did he say to you afterwards?
We had some great conversations.
Going back to just what you were saying, Devash, on that note, both JC and Nick Scott mentioned yesterday, like the danger can be if guys start merging this today with what happened last year. So that's what we have to protect against. Just from your position as the head coach, how do you protect against that?
Yeah, you just build. You build and you grow. You know, that's what these weeks are about. It's so valuable. The game has a way of just telling you the truth. And so
This dude has the shittiest, most generic, most romper room, most ABC, most 1, 2, 3 answers he could possibly fucking give you. Like, this motherfucker really thinks we're stupid with his responses. He don't even try to be like, hey, act like we got more of a 6th grade education, bro.
go right to it and say, guys, this is where we're at. Like, this is us. Let's own what was out there today. And then let's get back here. Let's make corrections and let's improve daily. Let's continue to push our football forward, you know, and own the things that we own and find new mistakes to make, find new lessons to make. Let's move beyond the things that we've grown through and we've become very proficient at and all those things. So I think that's the mentality for the group.
Just corrections, just looking back at the 2 interceptions Bryce threw on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're looking at just the one going to XL.
Yeah.
The route looked right depth-wise, and then I guess the last one was just kind of off Rico's hands. That kind of feel like that was just the ball that should have been caught. Just kind of curious what you saw on both of those plays.
Yeah, just the safety jumped out of the middle, cut Xavier off on the over route. You know, we asked the receivers to be friendly. Bryce has to see the safety. I think that one was pretty clear, cut and dry. And then, the check down, is just a little bit off mark to Rico's left. But again, Bryce is finding a little window to sneak the ball out of there. So I think that's a chemistry thing. I think we just have to continue to grow with each other and find those lanes where I have a visual confirmation. Here it is, so.
Slid on the one where he fumbled.
I think he's kind of stumbled a step before. It looked like he kind of lost his footing and was going forward already. And in those situations, we try to teach our guys going to the ground is vulnerable. We teach our defensive guys the same thing. When guys are going to the ground, the ball can be vulnerable. So Bryce just has to lock that up with 2 and try to shield himself in that situation.
You got here. He was pretty open talking about how he didn't play baseball. He was not a natural slider. Is that something that you need to work with him on?
Maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, man. Hey, look, a link is in the chat, man, for anybody who wants to come in, bro. Shout out to my brother, Illmatic in the building, bro. What's up, Ill? Shaking my head, bro. Hey, man, this is some bullshit, man. Look, bro, that was a press conference of some bullshit right there, man. Look, I know a lot of people can't see it now, man, but look, I'm trying to tell you, look, Evero's going to be out of here. Ain't no need to keep discussing him, man. That dude, he's not even going to make it through the year. I promise you. But the head coach is full of shit. He is, man. I mean, he's been media trained well, but it's not making sense, bro. Shout out to Michael Wilder. He said, I can't believe what I'm hearing, bro. Kitty in the middle said, rest one exactly. They did not execute. We didn't. But look, man, it's one thing to execute plays. It's another thing when you call a play that everybody like. It's just like you say, look, it's third and 3, and then you call a dive play. The whole defense is expecting you to run first, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you do things that you do all the time when you're going to run that ball right down the hole, right? So if you come out there and that's set up, and then that's exactly what you do, how can the players execute when the defense knows what's coming? That's how it works, yo. You're not going to be very successful if the defense knows what's coming. You can't execute. Hey, look, man, I need you to go out there and execute. I need you to cut that turkey up, you know what I'm saying, and spice it up and get it ready for Thanksgiving or whatever. And you get out, you say, okay, you get over there ain't no damn knives over there. Swarm, what's going on with you, baby?
Yo, what's happening with y'all today, man? What up, JP?
Bruh. You know, I'm on a solo dolo today, bro. I just had to get something
Yeah.
off my chest, bro.
Yeah,
Look, man.
yeah. I ain't mad with you.
Hey,
It's early though, Greek. It's early, man.
I know. I mean, I told him yesterday. I mean, I don't want to
bail, man.
I told him Monday. I said, I don't want to sound so cliche, but it's just one game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I've never liked Canales, bro. I've never liked him.
Yeah.
I never thought he was ready.
Yeah.
You know, like this man ain't never been a head coach in college. Nowhere else. I mean, okay, he did a good job with Tampa Bay. He was the offensive coordinator 1 year.
And I can attest. I've heard you say it not once, not twice, but consistently and many times. You said you weren't really thrilled with the fucking hire.
I don't care for him. Because he's not a real coach. Look, man, he's actually, you know what I see Canales as? The substitute teacher until the real teacher comes back off vacation. You know how the substitute teacher just want to just keep shit, you know, mellow, not get too out of control, you know, while I'm
Y'all
here.
be good. Y'all just be good.
Just be good.
Miss Johnson will be back tomorrow.
You know, I'm not here to cause no troubles.
Trying to pick up a little side check. Miss Johnson will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, the students is like, so we stopped off from chapter 33, where we're about to get ready to start talking about tans and intangible objects, like in a math class or whatever. We're talking about tangents today. And that teacher is not prepared. That teacher is
no. He said we ain't doing that shit today.
I ain't even did
we
that.
Doing that today.
Hey, look,
turn in the back of your book. Turn in the back of your book to the answers pages. I'm gonna let y'all have an open book quiz today.
Motherfuckers like, look, let's just play a game today, man. Bring out your bingo pass. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Do you want to know tests?
He said, I'm going to find out.
Go ahead, my bad, bro.
No, you good. Man, Canales is not. Hey, bro, look, I'm pretty sure if Canales was coaching in Atlanta, man, Swarm gonna tell the truth, bro.
Yeah, he can't come to Atlanta. He ain't got that, you know. He ain't got that swag, man. You know, so
in Atlanta, he'd have been ran out of there already, bro.
Yeah, he ain't got that swag.
And then El Matic said, and that might be it, bro. He said nobody wants the Panthers job, bro.
He said people was gonna be. He said people ain't gonna want to play y'all.
Man, I said that on Monday.
Yeah, he said
you missed a great show Monday, bro.
Oh yeah.
We had all the powerhouses up in here that day. Look, man, I was like, and I was just knew you was gonna join because you was in the beginning.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You told everybody that nobody was gonna want to play us. So was I just to fluff us?
He damn sure said it now.
We got gas radio in the house.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
What
man?
Up? Hey, your man
was
in the building
what
on
up,
Sunday,
Tom?
man. He was in there. What up, Gas? He was in there on Sunday. So he got a close up and personal, observation of how things look, man. You gotta let him tell you how it went down.
What do y'all think went on with Tepper when he met with Canales? Since Canales ain't gonna tell us.
What you mean? What's going on?
What you think?
I think Tepper got in his ass and asked him what the fuck happened on the field.
He said we had a great conversation though.
Man, of course, that's what he gonna tell you.
We
know how our owner is. We know how our owner is. Come on now. That nigga don't
Great
play.
Conversation, right? Yeah, he don't.
Tepper don't play
come
that
down. He don't come down from the penthouse to have no great conversation with you.
Bro, he said, you know my reputation.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we know exactly how that boy go. So, nah, But this is I think one of those things where. When you have, in terms of the play on the field this past Sunday, because I was there, if we have better quarterback play, You know what I'm saying? It kind of covers up some of these things. I mean, if you ask me, I don't think Jacksonville played their best game either. They just
They
happened to
didn't.
capitalize off of the many mistakes that we had.
That's
They
what
had
made it
11
so
penalties.
hurtful, guys. That's what made it so bad.
They had 11 penalties, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we still let them walk off the field with that dub. But hey, it is what it is. The people who like Bryce Young to me is absurd. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand. At this point, I don't understand how Bryce Young isn't a write-off to you.
I ain't writing
Yeah.
that. He got it. It ain't even the whole year, man. If my thing for him is this. Canales got to give him some plays to work. Man, what happened to the plays they was calling last year? What's up, Mike? What happened to the plays they was calling last year? Because them shits was working. But the only thing somebody can throw back at me is go, Twan, we wasn't winning though. And I'll accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But like,
rem-
why don't you grab and this, I'm just taking a guess, Swan, that I grabbed the plays that worked and put them shits into my new playbook. As I'm adding on, I'm gonna definitely keep the plays that work. And
I know
go
y'all are
away with the
listening.
ones-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know y'all as Panthers fans have to be keying in on more than I do just listening to your head coach, head coach and what he says. But I'm gonna tell you what I heard him say, and what I heard the motherfucker clearly say. It wasn't the plays that I called, it was the execution of the plays. Now
Shit.
that's what the fuck he said.
But this
He
is the
said
thing
we
right here.
didn't execute them.
But
Yep.
guys, let me ask you
He
this, guys.
said Bryce didn't see that safety. That's cut and dry. And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
if you look at that, let me tell you something. This is also what I seen, Red. If you look at that first drive, that
Yep.
first motherfucking drive down the field,
will
that
not.
I believe there was one time where he ran the ball. We ended up getting the first down, but he ran the ball 3 times out of the 4 times where we had that ball. He threw it on the last time. Okay, that right there tells me he don't trust Bryce. He don't trust Bryce. When you saying the things that he said, like Red said, people are gonna be scared to play us. You gonna come out there on that first drive and you gonna rip that motherfucker loose.
You
You gonna
damn
let you
right.
gonna let them boys ball. You gonna let them
Yep.
boys ball. He don't trust Bryce, man. He don't trust Bryce, and I think he know that it's potential for him to be up out of there when Bryce go, because they got to be talking about what the fuck they gonna do with this boy. They got to be.
Can we be honest with each other though, man? If we're gonna say Canales don't trust Bryce, right? Is it unfair for me to say then I don't think Bryce trusts him either?
I mean, but at this point, that's your second full-on head coach. Then you had interim Thomas Brown. Come on, bro. I feel that point, but at the same time, it's like, is it every head coach that get a hold of this nigga fault? He can't. He's only gonna give you but so much. He cannot consistently do what you asked him to do. We've
But
seen it with Frank Reich and Dave Canales now.
I'm just saying we've seen him do it, man.
I mean, we've seen him do it, but on a very limited basis. He can't do it night in and night out, play in and play out. He
And
can't.
he's inconsistent at best, man.
He's very
At his
inconsistent.
best, he's inconsistent.
At his best, and it's just not good enough. It's not good enough for I feel the NFL. Period. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if he goes somewhere else and he hopping the ball, cool. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't cut out over here. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That may very well be what it is, bro.
That's
Mike,
just
what's
what
going
it
on,
is.
Mike?
What up, Twan?
What up,
What up,
Mike?
Twan?
What's up? What's up?
What up, bro?
What's
What up?
happening? What's happening, man?
How you
Not
feeling?
much. Personally, I'm drained. My energy's just really, it's very low for this team at this point. Like, I'm just being brutally honest because, yeah, this has been happening for far too long. But yeah,
8 years. 8 years.
what got radio Zepsky just got done saying. Because Bryce. It seems like Canales doesn't believe in Bryce. I don't know if he's clearly saying that, but I mean, you know, you got like let's be honest with ourselves. Like if you don't trust the quarterback that's on your roster, then you can't come out here and say that you still believe in this guy, even though that you say that, but you're going saying other things like poor executions and everything, and like everything is just starting to fall apart on this team every time that we get a chance to have the opportunity to even get to the point that we need to have like a different conversation with this team. And we wanted to start out fast. We didn't do that. We wanted to run the ball a lot. We didn't do well. We did some of that, but not as much. That's what I hate the most is we hear things that are being told to us only to find out that we're doing less of that and more of something else. Like it's just outright dumb, in my opinion.
Well, for Dave, I feel like in Canales' defense, he has to be careful because y'all got to understand
Right.
that's not his guy. That is a David
Right.
Tepper guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he can't just get out there and fully throw the dude under the bus. He can subliminally tell us
Mhm.
as the fan base, hey, this guy ain't it. He's not executing what I'm calling. But he can't
Yeah.
just get out there and flat out, step on the dude's neck. Because that's what the owner brought him in. You know what I'm saying? He brought him in to
Right.
fix this guy.
And Tepper is
And
more
Okay.
likely to say to Canales, what the fuck is going on? Why ain't he looking like you had him looking
Mhm.
last year? And
Exactly.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
may not
oh,
want to hear it from Canales that look, I ain't doing
Mhm.
shit different. It's
mhm,
Right.
him.
it's
Right.
him. It's
Yeah.
him.
Wow. I mean, damn, I never even thought about it like that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive that's the conversation they had this past Monday. Like we talking about. That's what the hell that's what the hell Tepper told him. What the hell going
Mhm.
on? Week
Mhm.
18, this dude was balling.
Mhm. Yep.
Hold on. Let me read some of these. Shout out to Errol Locklear. He said, "What's going on, y'all, man?" Laxa Talk Sports said, "Twine, I was at the hospital watching the game. My blood pressure was 193 over 112. Bryce
You
Ball.
better chill out,
Damn, bro.
relax. You better chill out, boy. That definitely
What
ain't
the
a high
hell?
number.
These motherfucking Panthers,
Oh
Hey.
shit.
motherfucking
Oh,
Panthers
Cool,
are
that's
cool
taking
my
great.
blood
motherfuckers out.
pressure, but you better chill out, bro. Oh my God.
Hey, motherfucking Panthers out here taking motherfuckers out, guys.
Hey, on a serious
Man,
note, though, relax. I hope
man.
you're feeling
Hey,
better,
do
man.
not watch that game
That's
this
a
Sunday,
scare,
bro.
bro. That's a scare. I hope you're
Yeah,
feeling better, man. I hope you got that
Yeah,
thing
bro.
down,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. Hey,
yeah,
look, you might need to take a little
yeah.
chill from the Panthers, bro.
Mhm.
Hey,
Mhm.
I'm
I hope you
telling you,
got that
man. Hey,
thing
I was
down.
at the game. I wanted to jump off the motherfucking my seat and jump on the field on his ass. Like
Okay.
that shit pissed me off, man. I'm like, this dude here, and
What's
I
up,
can
Earl?
understand when you got receivers dropping the ball. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
you can't really say too much outside of that because the defense outside of the two
Shout out to
major
Mhm.
plays of giving ETN that 71-yard run
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Brian Thomas Jr. that end around for a
Mhm.
tutty. Outside of
Mhm.
those two plays, the defense kind of did their job. I mean, it's not a perfect defense, but we knew it wasn't going to be no top
Hey, look,
defense.
man.
Come on now, nobody
Right.
said that.
Look what the
You know
defense.
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
look, I'm with you. The defense kind of did an all right job. Look what they held him to.
They gave us the
That
ball
score could have been
back
a lot
two or
worse.
three times, and we had opportunities to score. If we would have scored every time we got the ball back from the defense, we would have had more than 26 points, and we would have beat
Right.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Kitty. Kitty
But
said, shut
we
up,
can't
Ref.
we can't live off of that. What we can say is
Mhm.
Bryce is not it. Bryce is not it.
Right.
He's not going to
Right.
overcome any type of
Yeah.
obstacle or any type of anything in front of him. He's not going to
Yeah.
overcome it. He's not going to lead us nowhere. He's
I
just
can't
not.
say
Yeah.
that. I'm giving them the week 5. I'm giving them the week 5.
Mm.
I'm
I'm
done
giving
with
them
him,
the week
Twan.
5.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm done with him.
Well, I understand
Mhm.
why people are. I'm not gonna try to stop motherfuckers at all, bro,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
I understand the frustration, bro. I mean, I was right
Mhm.
there with it.
Mhm.
For me, I'm looking at the whole picture, Swan. It's a
Yeah.
lot of bad shit going on with the Panthers, bro.
Right.
I mean, we can pick something different every week. We really can, bro.
It definitely
I
look like
think the
it's something.
biggest problem. Oh no, go ahead, Red. My bad.
No, go ahead, Gia. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the biggest problem is outside of Bryce Young is our linebacking core. You know what I'm saying? I think the linebacking core, if we had a little bit better linebacker play, our defense would look that much better. But hey, there were some plays I seen out of your boy Morig. I mean, let's talk about these boys we paid in free agency, man.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
guys didn't perform the greatest. They
they
didn't
did.
perform the greatest. And Morig had the most tackles on the defense. But I mean, I saw his ass get
And look
flattened,
where he was tackling
put
them
right
at,
on his
way up
ass.
the field.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, damn,
And
man,
that
this shit,
does
this.
pull that does
No, go
pull
ahead.
coaching in when you don't have your team ready to go out there and play on Sunday,
but see,
man.
Swam, this is
That's
what I
true
said.
too. That's true too.
Swam,
Them
this is
boys
what I
was not
said
ready to go overall.
when we had Jamie Robinson. This is what I said. Evero goes out and get these guys, right? And then Evero won't let these guys do what they're good at. Like
Yeah.
when we got Jamie Robinson, right? Coming out of Florida State. Jamie Robinson was a blitzing safety. You know, he always had to cheat up to the front and got in people's backfields. Same thing with Morig. You go look at the highlight tape. That's all he did.
Yeah, in the box. Yeah.
But Everett ain't is not gonna let this man blitz one. He didn't blitz one fucking time. Because Everett got this thing where you gonna play in my system the way I want you to play. I don't care what you did well where you was at or whatever you did. Same thing with Brian Burns. Brian Burns was so much better for us, but his fingers was in the fucking dirt. Everett was like, "No, you're gonna chase receivers too." Man, I don't do that, bro. But you're gonna do it on my defense.
Well, Twan, I'm not gonna lie. I did see
Let me read
them
the super chat
saying,
real quick though. Shout out to Eternal 252 with the $2 super chat. He said Dan assembled this team wrong. Let's go. Go ahead, guys.
I did see them saying Morig once or twice on a blitz, but the problem is you gotta send him the proper way. He's more of a third down blitz. You put together a package for him and you send him. You don't just send him out there on a random, first
No,
or
not on
second
a
down.
random. I mean, when the time is right.
Yeah, you send him when the time is right, when he is unblocked and he's gonna get to where he
Let
needs
him
to
get
get
home.
to.
That's right.
Yeah. They wasn't using him properly. And that's
That's what I
our
just
problem.
said.
That's our problem. That's our problem.
So look, man, I'm like this. Right now, the offensive coordinator is bad because it's really tough. We got one, but he ain't making the calls. It's the head coach. The defensive coordinator, we already know his background. You know what I'm saying? Owner, we know what he capable of. So there's this newfound love for Dan Morgan, but Dan Morgan gets missing too, just like every other GM we had in the past when, if Canales is your guy, you know what I'm saying, then come out and look, I can't stand Jerry Jones. At least the motherfucker get in front of the fucking camera and talk.
He take the hits. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't stand him because he talks too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these other GMs get quiet. They get missing. They go, you know what I'm saying? If y'all in it together, then why aren't all of y'all talking? Evero never does a press conference after a game. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from everybody, I don't want to hear this one design player in Canales that's going to come up there and bullshit his way through every damn thing and every question he gets asked, bro. These guys are media trained. They know what to say.
Because they gotta be. They gotta be because of our owner. I think this is a Tepper thing, man. We still riding off of the mistake he made and wanting Bryce Young. So now we're at a point where we're trying to find somebody to fix this guy, and he's unfixable. There's nothing you can do with him. So now we're looking to blame all these other people. You know what I'm saying? Who in reality, these guys are just trying to do their job. Dan Morgan, if you ask me, out before week 1, he did a damn good job with building this team, and I stood on that. I wasn't a 10-win guy.
It looks that way on paper.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. It looks that way on paper. It looks that way on paper, but we got to execute. And the only way you're going to execute is you get the right guys in here to execute it. The talent is here. We all know the talent is here. But if you ain't got the right guys execute, like me talking about the coaches and a real scheme, it ain't shit.
But Twan, don't gloss over what Zip just said. He may have made and I don't think that he may have. I believe he absolutely did. Made a hell of a motherfucking insightful statement just now. When he says, and I think it's something that you said the other day, Twan, couple these two things together. Y'all peep this. That he said is temper. And it doesn't matter what coaches you bring in here. And Twan, you're saying the talent. But if you don't have the right talent at the most important position in all of professional sports, the quarterback, that coupled with what you said the other day, Twan, when have you ever, you are never going to hear or see a billionaire apologize. They don't do it.
They ain't going to do that, bro.
They would just assume lose $1 million than fucking apologize and say that they had it wrong.
They see that as a sign of weakness. They see that as a sign of weakness.
So you have to wonder, how far is he willing to take that shit to stick with the decision he made? And it wouldn't even be that big of a deal if he didn't get out there and run his fucking mouth as a young owner to let everybody know he walked up to Bryce Young at the Super Bowl and told him he was going to draft him. He should have been hit with tampering.
Yeah.
But they let him get away with that shit, and he continues to get away with running his mouth. Now, he done pull coach after coach out there to put them in the middle of the shit to try to fix what he possibly has fucked up. I believe he has, because I don't see Bryce. I don't see Bryce being a starter in this league, man.
I think it's tampering when you fuck with a guy that's already signed. He was talking with Bryce in college.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. And it was after the season. He had an agent by this time. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's when even if Bryce goes, I think this year, I'm going to put it like this. I think this year, Bryce has to go at least 500, right? At least 9 games. Then he has to win at least 4 games in the division. Now, that's beating everybody in the division at least one time. You know what I'm saying? And then sweeping the Saints. Now, the likelihood of him doing that, what us seeing the what he gave us on Sunday, is very low. But that's what we're gonna need to see from him. It can't be no mediocre 7-8 games and we sign this dude. You know, this dude has to win at least 9 games and make some sort of a splash in the division, man.
Well, he better pick it up, because Spencer Rattler looked better Sunday than Bryce did.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler did.
Look, I'm not trying to debate anyone on this, Zip, because you're right. I'm just trying to offer another angle. Yes, I do believe Bryce has to do what you just said, right? Mm-hmm. But my thing is, like what I was saying before Swarm came on, Swarm, right? If you're going to tell me to cut up the turkey, right? But you give me a fucking butter knife.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't gonna be pretty.
I'm just saying your play calling got to be better too. Man, you gonna have this turkey gonna look fucked up when I'm done with it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like, look, Bryce got to do his part. Well, what I'm saying, everybody got to do their parts. So it's the quarterback gonna be the one to get blamed at the end because he's the quarterback. You get all the credit when you win. He gonna get the blame when you lose. I get it. That's the position.
That's the way it goes.
But if what's like, I'm not talking about me, you, Mike, and Swarm, but what the untrained art of football. A lot of people watch football, they don't understand it. What we know is that these calls, that playbook is soft, bro. Hey, look, man, hold on. Let me get my boy in here real quick, man. Hold tight, man. I gotta bring him in the right way. Hold on. Right.
Yes, sir.
In the building.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Logic.
What up, Logic?
What's going on, man? How y'all
They
doing?
talk that shit about us.
Yeah, boy, they slept on us. It's all good though. Taking receipts as we go. Taking receipts week by week.
Hey, but 15 slots later.
Yeah.
FSU is back, man.
Yeah, that's what time it is, man. You know what it is.
We never really went nowhere. We was undefeated the year
Yes,
before.
you did. Yes, you did.
Come on, Red. Don't do it, Red.
Now I'm gonna give you everything you deserve, but I ain't gonna sit up here and give you an inch further, Twan. You ain't finna do that. Now I sat over here. You
we was 13 and 0 the year before.
Okay. What happened to y'all last year?
Man, we was terrible. Me and Logic be the first to tell you.
Yeah.
So for the people who are listening, he said we never really went nowhere.
We didn't. That was just a pause. But
so you went for a pause then.
Exactly.
With y'all have your minute, have your moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you ain't back. But I am the one who told you a couple of years ago, this is what FSU does.
Let me tell you something real quick, man.
They get to the top, then they go away for about 5 years, then they come back. Then they,
it really ties into the conversation we having right now. Because y'all would say this: if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got shit. We did not have a quarterback last year.
That is a fact.
We did. You could put all our quarterbacks together last year, and they wouldn't make up a damn quarterback, bro. Not even one. So, yeah.
I agree with that.
What's your hopes for Saturday, Twan? I mean, Saturday. Jesus. I know what's going to happen Saturday. We're going to get that shit done. But Sunday.
No, we don't. We got a bye week this week.
Yeah, we're gonna win that too. It don't matter.
Yeah.
What's Sunday? What's going on Sunday?
Say y'all winning everything.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody
this year gonna hit a little bit different.
You see how Clemson look? Come on, man. They struggle.
I see how Georgia look too. So
what?
Talk about it, Red.
Let's say that for later in the season. Let's don't do that.
My bad. I ain't gonna say that.
Trying to kick me off the chat because I start saying shit like 60.
I will not kick you out of there.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
All right, now, Red. All right,
Logic. I know y'all want to get some get back. But let's see who undefeated at the end of the season.
Hey, bro, Logic got that boy sitting in the sixth fold.
Yes, sir.
He wants some get back now. He wants some get back.
I do. Yeah.
He wants some get back. But we got a cupcake schedule this season.
Logic, what's the problem in Carolina besides Bryce Young?
Besides Bryce Young, you got a head coach that he's timid, man. And at the end of the day, I think he's afraid to try to assert himself. I don't know if that's in him or if he's afraid of Tepper, because Tepper is still a meddling guy. People say he faded away. He is still Tepper. When you're a billionaire like that, you still gonna run things your way, regardless of how it may look in the limelight. But Canales, man, he's not an aggressive coach. He's not somebody who's gonna kick in the door and be this rah-rah guy. That's just not him.
That's what I said, bro.
And he simplified that offense, but to try to help Bryce out, of course, that didn't work. But I don't know, man. He kind of messed me up the other day when he had that interview and he was talking about the rookie defensive players, how he hopes that they can get some snaps and he hopes that they can see the field. I'm like, bro, you the head coach. Ain't no hope.
You can put him in if you want to.
If you want it, you do it. You asking people permission right now?
You don't have to ask Evero shit.
So when he did that, I said, okay, yeah, your time here about to be limited. I see that now.
See, Logic, this is what the untrained, this is what people who just talk football think, man. They think defensive coordinator, he call all the shots on defense. They think offensive coordinator, he call all the shots.
Yeah.
They think head coach is just like some big players guy, whatever. The head coach can step in and tell the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator what to do, who to put in, who to take out.
Yes, they have
it's
full
his
range.
offense.
Yeah. When you start saying hope and I wish and And
we game planning. What?
What?
You know what I saw him doing when he did that, and yeah, something I want to put in y'all mind. I think he was clearly putting daylight between him and your defensive coordinator. And this to me is an early sign of the fact that there's no cohesiveness in that building when people start pointing fingers and turning on each other.
Are you saying that he's trying to save his ass, Red?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he ain't backing his defensive coordinator, and that's fucked up. Because Twan's right, y'all are right. He has the final say so on everything. That was a weak statement, and I don't know how you can interpret it no other way other than if shit hits the fan, I'm gonna point back to this and tell you that I wasn't the one responsible for that.
There you
That's
go.
why he never uses the word I. It's we gonna do this. We. You the head coach. I decided that we were gonna do this, or I came up with this, or I have to be better. You know, it's head coaching is not a we.
Yeah, I'm not confident with that. That bothers me to a T. I'm like, you got rookies on here. Evero ain't crazy about playing rookies, but again, you're the head coach. If you want to see Ransom on the field more, if you want to see our two defensive ends or linebacker or whatever that you want to see on the field, they'll be playing if that's what you want.
I didn't want to bring this up, but Eternal 252
It's
brought it
fake.
up, and I got on somebody the other day, man. I think it was Edge or Nick. Brian Burns got 3 sacks in that first game.
God damn.
That sound like he on pace. That sound like he on pace for 45 sacks. Shit, 3 in one game. If he was with us, and I didn't. Somebody was in the middle of it. I was like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. That's 3 sacks, bro. It is what it is. You know why? Because he ain't been asked to chase no fucking wide receivers in New York. So I'm glad I get Logic on here because Logic, you know, people tell me all the time about a guy that we know all about.
Yeah.
Brian Burns chased receivers at Florida State, man. I mean, he was a linebacker at Florida. He wasn't
No, he didn't do it. He had his hand in the dirt.
When
man.
was he a linebacker, bro? When?
Nah.
Please tell me.
Nah. No, he had his hand in the dirt, bro. I don't know where they got that
That's
from.
all dude did. That's like you telling. That's like saying Jared Verse chase receivers.
Never. Never. I don't get it. But this is the thing that drives me crazy. You'll get a guy who specializes in something in college or whatever. You get him to the league, they pull him off the position that he had, play him out of position, and they get pissed off when it don't work.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's whatever it is, bro. It's like you get his defense, and you like, Coach, you know I specialize in. He like, nah, don't worry about none of that shit. We about to change all that. Nah, but what? I thought you brought me over here because I can. Nope.
That's it.
Nope.
Figure out how to make it work.
I got something new for you. So, I mean, I don't understand that. JJ said Dave Canales isn't the answer. And I think Bryce a good player, but too much has to go right for Bryce to actually perform. Yeah. The team has talent, but we never see the best version because we have one of the worst GM head coaching combinations. I thought y'all was in love with Dan Morgan.
See, I like Dan Morgan. And I mean, me personally, I like Canales too. I think the biggest problem is Canales
Shout out to Ken 88.
he's having to get a little too creative with his play calling because Bryce can't execute his first call. If I'm confident in something and we've been practicing, we've been going over it, you killing it in practice, and I call it for you in game and you shit that shit, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm a scramble. I'm gonna go to something else. I'm gonna try to figure something else out. Now, I think the biggest problem with Canales is how much he abandons the run whenever we go down. I understand it, you know, you got to throw the ball, but goddamn it, still run the ball. Still get them key first downs on third down, get them key third downs.
So, Zip, what would you say if somebody says, I hear you, but in Canales' first year, preseason, he said, I'm not playing any of my starters. This preseason, he put the guys in season who needed the most work in there for a play or two and then pulled them out. How did that help the team?
I don't think it helped the team at all.
Because Bryce could have been getting used to that. In the meantime, we seeing Joe Burrow and quarterbacks with high status out there playing whole halves.
Yeah, that wasn't
Bryce,
a good
we
look for
wasn't the
Canales.
only team that did that, though.
I know,
wasn't the only team that did it.
but see, when people say that, this is what I say, Logic. We not like everybody else, guys. We got to do shit differently.
Yeah.
We can't be keeping up with the Joneses.
That is true. I'm just saying.
We can't be
though.
out here.
I'm
What
just
did they
saying.
do? Oh, we gonna do that too, man. No, y'all had an all-time worst defense last year. Y'all suck. Y'all can't do it like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Canales was under the impression that he had something more in Bryce Young that he did, given Bryce Young finished the season off the way he did. But seeing how Bryce Young has been, handling things, because from the shit we was hearing, it's not like he was throwing interceptions in camp and shit too. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't, the spotlight wasn't put on it. You know what I'm saying? But now where we're at, I think Canales is just at a point where he don't know what to do with Bryce. We're seeing this man stressed out. Even last year, we saw points where Canales was like pulling his hair because he's like, fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Even in them close games, I think Bryce is the problem, and everybody's forgetting that this is Tepper's guy. This is Tepper's guy. They're trying to make a product look good for Tepper at the end of the day. Dan Morgan and Dave Canales got a different agenda. They're trying to put a winning product on the field. They don't really care, if you ask me, whether it's around. Well, I don't know. Dan Morgan did jump out there behind Bryce Young name, but as a GM, him doing his job, it shouldn't matter. They should be trying to put a winning product on the field, but they got to do it for Tepper.
Correct. Let me tell you something like this. Logic, Swarm, Gash out, and Mike, y'all tell me, am I tripping when I say this? If Bryce is not Canales' guy, right, then it's a well-crafted way that you can show that Bryce is not your guy in case you're trying to get someone else new in here. So why are you out there calling all these safe plays or whatever? Go up the field with Bryce. If you ain't think he ain't the guy, then show us that he ain't the guy. Make him throw the ball up the field. Make him do plays like any other quarterback would do. Show us. Not that side to side and these bullshit screens and all that other dumb shit. Show us that he ain't the guy. Because when you did that shit in them last 10 games last year, he was showing up. He didn't throw the ball up the field until 5 minutes left in the game. And look, we're going to get on Excel in a minute. But, hey, let me bring you to the show real quick, man. Commander 336 is in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's up, fellas? What's happening?
How you feeling, man?
Yo.
336, what it is.
Fellas, we've come full circle. It's fantastic. I've been waiting on this day. It started with the coaching staff, then it went to the O-line, the wide receivers, the defense, and now we're back to the coaching staff again. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's not, but
well, it's interesting because if you go back and watch the game film from Sunday, there were several opportunities to take shots downfield. The defensive players were in position to make plays. They just didn't make them. And it's hard for me to continue blaming these coaching staff after coaching staff when you can see what's going on and plays just aren't being made, regardless of who's at fault on the field at the time. It's really, really hard to continue blaming Canales when you see plays like the Renfro sideline pass that could have been made for a touchdown. JT Sanders play in the end zone when he's coming across the middle. That's another touchdown. We left it. I think Renfro had another pass that could have been a touchdown too. So that's about 21 points that could have been put on the board that was left off just to not seeing players. And the rushing stats were inflated by one really big run. where, again, somebody missed the play who was in position to stop that. So I don't know how we can continue blaming coaching staffs when these guys just aren't making the plays on the field. Like, there's plays to be made, but you're not making them. You're in position to make the play, but you're not making them. As far as offense, every play that you call on offense isn't going to be successful. But when you got wide open guys, it's unacceptable, bro. It's no excuse. And you can't blame the coaching staff when you got wide open guys. I mean, the play calling is fantastic to me. It's hard, bro. We can't keep blaming Canales. We can't keep blaming him.
Exactly. I think Canales is a good coach.
Right there. Nick Scott was right there. All you got to do is make a wrap up, bring the guy to the ground. That's all you got to do.
Another dude that ain't supposed to be on the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Nick Scott, we need to get him the fuck out of here, man. That dude's a bum.
Should have been cut.
And that also aggravates me as far as the way that game went offensively. We clearly see that they were trying to be run heavy, getting Bryce Young when he is going to pass. He's got a short amount to gain, making it easy for it. He simplified it as much as he could, and he still couldn't execute it.
It was the same thing with Frank Wright.
Yeah, absolutely, it was absolutely. So we want to yell at Canales for this, but it's just like he's doing what he feels like helps this young dude out. Like, Bryce likes to roll out of the pocket. Bryce likes to be on the move when he passes. He gave him that, and he shit the bed. Let's call it what it is.
If you ask me, Twan, that's an even better way of showing the owner that he's not it. Look, I've simplified this shit for him, and he can't even do this.
Yeah.
I
think you're all right, man.
Third play caller. And we can't even get the plays in on time still after 3 years.
Well, that's what I was about to say. So
eating that clock up. Yep.
Why they can't get what's going on with these plays getting in on time?
Because he can't run the initial play.
Get him in. Dave Canales can't get the play. 3 different play callers can't get the play call in. Like,
because he can't
this
run
wasn't
them.
an issue for Frank in Indianapolis. This wasn't an issue for Thomas Brown in LA, and it wasn't an issue for Dave Canales in Tampa Bay.
They're gonna have to go back to the cue cards on the side or something.
They tried to get him to wear a wristband in 23, and he wouldn't wear it.
Yeah. He gonna get. It's got to be a shake-up, man. What they gonna do?
They gonna get rid of him.
He'll play Sunday. I'm not expecting it to look much better than what it did. I'm just being honest. And he'll get his first home game because they're not going to sit him out. I mean, that's a divisional rival, the whole 9 first home game. He's going to play that game. So there's your 3 games there. After that, I don't know.
Yeah. So let's talk about Leggett a little bit, man. Nick Tri-State said something a while back, and I was about to be mad at his ass because I ain't like the way he said it. But Nick Tri-State said, I don't think Leggett got it all between his 2 ears. It's kind of starting to look like that a little bit, man.
Yeah, facts.
Like, it's starting to look like Leggett sometimes don't know what's going on out there on that field. Who don't know the slide your feet and all?
Sideline awareness? Like, come on.
Why they seem slow, man? What you think, Lash?
I mean, my expectations of him was probably different from everybody else's. I don't expect him to be just because he got took first round. I never looked at him as a first round wide receiver.
I didn't either.
I think he was always a project guy. Somebody is going to need some work, but he had the physical traits. So for him to mess up on certain things like that, it don't surprise me. Everybody else is surprised, but maybe they're going off his first round, his status. But I'm not surprised. He's not a number 1 receiver. He's he can probably develop into a good number 2. But when I watched that game Sunday, my first thought wasn't to think about Leggett, not sliding his foot. I mean, some receivers do it, some people don't. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest. He was open on that route. Why didn't the quarterback get the ball to him before he had to worry about sliding his foot? If we really want to keep it 100, I heard people want to blame him about crossing the middle and not jumping up and sacrificing his body to keep Bryce from throwing that interception. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's a little nitpicky if you want to pick on him at this point. But I don't have those expectations that he got. Hopefully he develops and be something. But those are just tick tack things, because we got professional guys, the top tier guys that may mess that up, that don't get both feet in.
I'm saying, do y'all think it's beneficial at this point for those guys to have a players only meeting, come together, man, and talk about what they expect of each other? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that works. What do y'all think about that?
Excel is a big, blocky, awkward kind of receiver. You ever seen like really big football players try to play basketball and they can't shoot?
Yeah, he looked like he's playing out of position. Like his body type ain't like that.
He's not nimble like a guy that will put his toes down. Like, to just me personally, I feel like he should be used differently on the field.
Yeah.
He's not the guy that's gonna put his toes down and make sideline catches. He's just not that guy.
That's just like I got pissed off when they had him out there trying to run that dang bubble screen. He is not the guy you run you get Jimmy Horn if you're gonna run the bubble screen.
Exactly.
You just big old target. You gonna think he gonna make people miss? Is you crazy?
He's a big target to get tackled too.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that man run to the sidelines and try to jump over. That's what they got. Where you going, bro?
I don't know. As we highlight more of this stuff, it do kind of sound like Dave Canales thing.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, he got some fault.
Yeah.
At certain spots. Don't get me wrong, because everything ain't perfect.
Yeah. Because when you think about putting the product on the field, what everything is supposed to look like, and the effort that the front office has made in going and getting these players and things like that, a lot of that is putting into perspective what the head coach is telling the front office I can do. Like, hey, get me these guys and I can do this with it. You see what I'm saying? And it's not materializing. It's not materializing. I'm sorry, man. And me personally, like I just said earlier, I like Dave Canales, but shit, like I said, the more we talk about it, it's starting to make sense.
When you bring that up though, and we realize what his resume is, he's a former wide receiver coach as well as a quarterbacks guy. So it ain't a good look that you put a guy out there who don't need to be running bubble screens to run your bubble screen. That's
what I'm saying.
You really know what you're seeing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And his defense in that point though, Logic, the man got a lot on his plate. It's hard for him to key in on just the wide receiver position. But I agree with you though. It's like I say, it's starting to look more like Dave Canales ain't it either.
Yeah,
you may need to get him out of here.
Canales is the mentality of the team. Like, it reflects the coach. And they
don't
have that mean, nasty, like, football team, especially Carolina football. Like, they just don't have it, bro. Sometimes they just out there. Like, nobody's hitting anybody. Nobody's doing anything.
I told you, because Canales is soft.
Pat Jones is ass, Pat Jones.
And if he's gonna be that, he has to have like a counterpart who's not that. Like, he has to have the opposite.
Correct.
Maybe an assistant coach or something like that. Somebody the rah guy. Somebody who's gonna hype the team up, gas them up, like knock somebody's head off. We just don't have that.
Canales got a therapist
we don't
mentality.
have that in the whole coaching staff.
He's like he can talk to people. He's a talker, but they don't.
Yeah,
I said that ever since he's been here, Logic. I said he seemed like the type of dude on the team that you go to when you having a bad week, and you sit down and talk to him. He gets you, mentally back right or whatever. But he ain't the dude that's gonna make you, like, when the game is about to be played, dude, it's gonna make you run out there on that field ready to kill somebody.
Exactly. I mean, when Bryce Young got pissed off and was throwing the helmet, and then talk back to him, whatever the words he used, whatever he may say, bro. I was expecting Canales to, snatch him up. Like, hey, bro, one, you ain't gonna talk to me like that, and two, this your fault.
I wanted to see a horse collar.
Don't walk away from me. Something. He ain't say nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way, bro. I would have had to fight my damn coach if I'd have done some shit like that.
Maybe they
I
just
ain't,
Yeah,
say
I ain't gonna lie. I think a lot of them boys walking,
you
treading
got your
lightly
ass
with
into the
Tepper
locker
around there.
room.
Yeah.
They treading lightly with
Get
Tepper.
your ass
Them
out of
boys
here.
don't want to get fired. The boys don't want to
I
get
don't know if
fired,
we have
man.
that player either, y'all.
Hey, I ain't want to.
That
I ain't
real
want to say
mean.
that.
Like our best
336,
players
but
aren't
dang.
that rah rah type guy. Like JC, he's done a little more talking lately. But Derek Brown, like Ijaro Evero, like Bryce Young, we just don't
All
have
them
those
guys quiet,
nasty
bro.
mean
Yep, they're
guys,
quiet.
bro.
Yep, they're
It's
quiet.
always choir boys in Carolina now.
Because the Tepper, I'm telling you, they don't want to get fired. They want to stay within the parameters that Tepper set around that motherfucker, and they trying to keep their job.
And I
Now,
feel you,
what
but
they're
somebody in the
producing on the
locker room
field,
gotta be that guy, bro. Somebody has to be on your team. Somebody.
yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
think about who does that. Who is the rah rah?
Shit, it
Canales.
was
I
Steve
mean, I
Wilkes.
think Chuba can be like that sometimes, but that's just the other players, not really his own teammates.
Shit, J.C. Horn.
JC talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we got a bunch of quad boys on the team, bro.
It's a fact.
That's what I'm saying.
Bunch of saves.
And the choir director and the head coach.
Yep. Soft as tissue. Can't get them boys to do nothing that he need them to.
Dan Morgan
I
quiet
think
as hell too.
I think last year he had but he had control over things, or he was starting to win over the locker room. But when you start off the way you start off this year, he's starting to lose that locker room, dog. He's starting to lose that
You
locker
can
room.
see it on their
And
faces immediately.
how they look against Arizona, who we beat last year under the same system. It's a couple new players, but it's Dave Canales. If we lose, I'm sorry, dog. That locker room is lost. That
They
locker
are.
room is lost.
Hey, when you don't got a leader, man, and nobody that's gonna walk you into the right direction, I mean, then it's every man for itself, and that don't always work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Now
it
we got
starts
to
turning into personal accolades, and well, I'm gonna get mine, and
Yeah. Now you got to go to Arizona to play a team that wants them get back from last year.
yep.
Jesus. Here we go.
Hey,
The
get on
shit,
that
the shit
flight.
crazy, man.
We
The
headed
shit
west.
crazy, man.
Hey, man, look. So look, here's another question. Why didn't we target T Mac more?
Well, he targeted them 9 times. He targeted them 9 times.
I don't
He only
remember him
caught
throwing the
five
ball
of
to
them.
him 9 times, bro.
Yeah. He only caught 5 of them though.
Did he really have 9 targets?
Yeah, he had 9 targets, bro.
He had 9. They just, like I said, they were just so, a slant here, a curl route here. It wasn't nothing huge other than the attempts in the end zone. The rest of the stuff, and that one where he was being held and kept with your hand. Other than that, it was just it's forgettable. That's why you know it was 9.
And I don't
And
know why
and
nobody
my
wants
thing
to call
is,
that pass
Ted is still
interference.
a rookie at
He
the
got
end of
me
the day.
shook.
He is a grade A wide receiver coming
Yep.
in, but he's still a rookie at the end of the day. You can't expect him to come in first game and grab you 10 catches. You know
Yep.
what I'm
I did
saying?
actually. I did. I
Egbuka
just
did it over there in
got
Tampa
injuries.
Bay.
Okay, but that's still an unreal.
He got
That's still an
banged.
unrealistic. That's still an unrealistic expectation. I feel what y'all saying. That's still unrealistic. Now, if he does
You know,
it,
I think the
that's great.
opportunities were there, though. I do. I really
Yeah.
think the opportunities
Yeah.
were there.
If he
I
had
just think
nine
some guys. Hey,
targets,
look, man.
Just me
I just
personally.
think some guys is about it. Some guys is just they transition over into the professional league and they don't miss a beat, bro.
yeah,
I mean, it could be
yeah.
Ted is on the wrong team.
I'm saying, but you still talking about a position that's QB dependent, though. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
facts. We need a quarterback, man. We don't got a quarterback. We don't got a quarterback.
Hey,
He
hey,
can't
people said something
consistently get
interesting
these
earlier.
guys the ball. He can't consistently do it. He had one receiver over his going into his third year. He's had one receiver that he consistently got the ball, and even then, if you look at those numbers, that 100 catch, 1,000-yard season, I mean, even some of the lower on the totem pole 1-2 punches get that done.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Look
so Panther Pick was
at
so right.
Brian Thomas
You need
Jr.
a
with Trevor Lawrence last year.
So he says Panther Picker says getting a quarterback doesn't fix the team, right? But if you look around the league at teams who are trash who finally got their quarterback, like their defense isn't perfect, or their offense isn't perfect, but these guys are managing to pull out big wins.
Exactly.
Like even rookies, and it's not about like the quarterback is the fix all, end all, be all, but it's a really, really important. It's the most important position for one, and it can't. It has a getting your quarterback allows your defense to do certain things, allows your offense to do certain things. So when you have a bad defense, you know that you can't turn the ball over 3 or 4 times and expect to win the game. Although they stopped them several times on 3rd down. And we got a turnover.
Claire said,
You
if
just can't put our defense in that position and expect to win a game.
Right. Claire said, if you're going to move on to your 3rd, technically 4th head coach for the sake of Bryce, then it starts sounding less and less like a coaching problem.
She's absolutely correct. And what even the owner has to be concerned with is that it starts to get dangerously more and more sounding like it's an owner selection process of his coaches.
Yep.
So you run out of excuses for the quarterback at some point in time.
And that's why you have to be careful. I'm not crazy about Canales, but I feel like he's young enough and he's had success at other places that if he get the right people in here, he probably could make it work. If you just get a quarterback in here, to fire him and to start this process all over again, bro, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if I can stomach it. I don't know if I can go through this all over again. Starting the process. So hey,
Bro,
listen,
this shit is for the birds, bro.
losing year after year takes something out of you, man. I don't know if y'all been feeling that, bro, but I feel like I done aged
See,
more
boy
quicker than
talking
I
about his
ever
blood
have.
pressure earlier, bro.
Hey, yeah, I saw that, bro. Hey, bro, don't watch this weekend, bro. Turn
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
TV
don't do
off,
that.
man.
Relax.
hey,
Don't do
turn
that.
that
Good
shit
God
Relax.
off.
Almighty.
Or at
Ain't
least
worth it,
watch
boy.
it with a 6-pack of Corona beside you, bro. You know
Something.
what I'm saying?
Lord
Or
have
You know
mercy.
what I'm saying?
Like you did.
Just get drunk
Watch
before
it
you
from the
watch the
You know
game,
what I'm
so it
saying,
won't even
Michael?
matter.
Get your Corona, man. Just you know what I'm saying?
Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it
Get
from
drunk.
Don't
the
let
That
it
way,
ice so
stress
that
you,
can
bro.
monitor your
yes,
heart rate.
yes.
Just watch it from the ice.
Get
Let them
drunk. That
monitor.
way, whenever it
Yeah.
go bad, you won't be you laugh instead
You'll
of
just
yeah.
fall right
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah.
And by all means, go outside and
Yes,
don't
sir.
throw nothing at the TV.
There
It
you
ain't
go.
working.
Or get you some of that perp.
Lord have mercy.
Don't do that.
Well, yeah, no, you try to send him to the upper room, ain't you, Twan?
Man,
Yeah. Now,
Oh,
Twan, where
yeah,
did that
damn.
come from,
I didn't
Bryce?
say perk. I didn't say perk. I said perp.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
boy.
okay.
I thought you said
Oh, that
perk.
perfect.
Hey, I
That's
ain't
what
trying
I'm
to
I'm
kill
saying.
him.
trying to put him
Yeah,
down, man.
yeah. What I be on? You know what I'm saying?
You know
What
what
I
I'm
be
Man,
saying?
on?
I'm talking about the broccoli, bro. I'm talking about the
Yeah,
broccoli.
the
But
broccoli.
look,
I feel you,
JR,
Twan.
but listen though,
You need to
Sip,
roll
I
up the
mean, you
broccoli, bro.
sound like a younger brother. Twan pushing his 50s. He don't need to be jumping out there
Nah,
like that.
nah, he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Telling this man to take some
I'm
pills.
young, man.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel
Nah,
Yeah,
you
that
need to
over
roll
the
up them
that over the
trees,
counter
bro.
version killing
Okay.
people. Look,
You can watch the game differently with them trees, bro.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
You're making
Yeah,
jokes and
you can.
everything, bro.
You don't get as mad. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much, boy.
You're like,
Okay.
we lost another
I
one.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you must
Call
have
him
had
a
a lot.
bitch and keep it pushing.
Yeah, bro.
That bitch.
The only
You know
reason
what
why
I'm
I'm not
saying?
mad this
So,
year is because this is exactly what I expected. I said it all
Same.
summer. This is
Yep.
exactly what I expected. That's the only reason why I'm not upset.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I was so mad at that game. I was drained, and like 3-3 said, that's what he was. I was not expecting this, but I was caught completely off guard. You know,
Nah, I've
I
been
got
saying it for a while,
I
bro.
got a head coach.
Yeah.
I got a head coach telling me the one thing that Canales said that stuck with me, and I shouldn't have let it stick to me, was when he said, "Teams ain't gonna want to play us."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, it's like that."
That's his job, though.
Yeah, it is. You can't fault him for that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's also part of his job to lie to us. I just want to make that clear. It's part of an
That's a
NFL head
fact.
coach's job to lie to you.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
They
So when
selling
he
a
says we're
product,
going to run the
man.
ball and run the ball, he doesn't mean that because it's like a PSA to every team playing. Like, hey, they about to run the ball a lot. Yeah, he has to lie.
Here's the thing with the lying though. When you got people out here that are not stupid, you can't lie to us because we know better.
Hold on.
We know
Now
better, bro.
you just got done. You just got done saying yourself that he got you with that. Ain't nobody gonna want to play us.
Hey man, that's for the
You
first
get
game,
your
bro.
own eyes. You got your own eyes. You did your own analysis. Now, what makes you think that teams aren't excited looking down at their schedule and seeing the New Orleans Saints, which had a 5-12 record last year? You had the same thing. So you like you said, now rightfully so. You don't fall for that bullshit. You gotta fault yourself for falling for it, not for him for telling them lies to you.
I'll do it. I'll take the fault. Hey man, shout out to Flame for Jesus, man. He just gifted 5 more memberships. 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Make sure y'all grab those memberships up, man. Flame, appreciate it, brother. They'll distribute to people in the chat, man. Always showing love over here, man. I appreciate it, Flame. Flame was gifted 5 704 Charlotte Bound Show memberships, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you're over here right now, man. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe. Tell everybody about the show, man. You know, that's how we're able to keep bringing y'all these shows, man. Our goal this year is to hit 8K. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe button
Hit
as
that
well.
if you're just casually listening and haven't subscribed, it don't cost you nothing. Just hit it. Hit it.
Cool Train said these is free. These is free. Hey, Mike. What you see going forward, man? You know, is all lost or is this just game one?
To me, I think it's all lost at this point. Just saying.
Man, look, I asked this question the other day, bro. It's so many Panthers fans after this one game that's just like, fuck it. I'm out. I'm like, after one game?
So much of the same. It's so much of the same.
Yeah.
It's the same mistakes.
Because, bro,
on both sides of the ball.
I don't have a dog in that fight, but I would tell you that even if I gloated, if I were to allow myself to gloat at hearing that, I would be less than the man that I am and being completely disingenuous if I didn't open my mouth as much as I open my mouth to talk shit. If I don't open my mouth right now to say, that's premature, man. That's premature. It is one game. It is. And it could be a harbinger and an indication of things to come, but you have to give it time to see what's going to come. Not after one game. You can't. No fan base should get too excited about their team after game one, and no fan base should get too down on your team after game one. Now, if the shit lingers and you get to an 0-4 start, history will tell you your team ain't gonna make the playoffs. But not an 0-1 start. That don't. Half the teams in the league are 0-1, and half the teams are 1-0.
That's
and 14 teams make the playoffs. That means that likely some team that's 0-1 right now is still gonna make the playoffs. Probably even the Super Bowl.
And that's true, Red, but it's how you lose, how you look in the loss.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You take away that garbage time touchdown, we literally only scored 3 points with
it doesn't matter how you lose.
It wasn't pretty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And it was against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who ain't elite in any sense. So all that comes into context.
On that pick six, oh my God.
Yeah.
It wasn't for holding on that pick six, y'all.
Yeah, it would have been worse. Yeah, it would have been worse. Yep. it's hard to look at it. Yes, it's one game, but again, this is coming off of people saying that how he ended the season last year. This is coming off the draft and all the people that we brought in the building to add to what we had from last year. That this is supposed to be the best offense we've seen, and to go into a game against a team that, like I said, they're not considered elite. We only was able to pull up three points, and then yeah. It's hard to look forward and say, oh, we give it a couple weeks. Yeah, you're gonna give it a couple weeks, see if they play a little bit better, but it ain't.
I ain't giving them a couple of weeks. That's a couple of losses.
Look, hey, I've been, like I said, I've been done since last year. I played enough and seen enough that this is. I ain't got to see no more. I know what this is. At the end of the day, he's a guy that has to be carried, and even when clearly now, even when he got things around him to help him, it ain't enough. So yeah, these next couple weeks gonna be rough to watch. But I want to see what's going to happen after the fact. That's my biggest. I want to see what's going to happen after the fact.
I'm gonna say this.
We make?
I'm gonna say this, Logic. I was getting on people because I was like, man, there's so much negativity going on around here. People are just negative. After the end of that game, man, I felt naive, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna put it out there. I felt naive, bro. Like it seems like every year it's like, fuck the Panthers, and I know that's how it's gonna be. The year after that, I go, okay, man, look, we gonna be something, and it ain't. Then it's fuck the Panthers, and then the next year is we gonna be something.
I mean,
Twine, I do the same thing. I'm not.
This year, this is my we gonna be something year, and they went out there and laid down some bullshit, man.
That's no consolation, but when I say this to y'all, but I feel like I can honestly say this to y'all. I'm in the same boat. I might feel better about the way that I feel like my team played on Sunday, but at the end of the day, it's still a L. And we're looking
But at least y'all had a tough task, though.
But Twine, listen to me. And I feel compelled
to outscore folk. That's the difference between us and y'all.
There you go.
3 points on an offense that we literally poured money into and draft picks into to outscore people. We didn't build this team to stop people on defense. We put up 10 points, but really 3 points prior to garbage time with a team that we are supposed to be putting up 30 points a game almost.
Yep. Oh, that's hard to swallow right there, bro. Yeah. We didn't do nothing with it.
We got 4 or 5 first-round draft picks on the offense.
Yes, we do, sir. Yes, we do.
I might be naive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, you're a fan, Twine, and we all tired of losing.
Yeah.
But see, this is what I know. Y'all know this too. We win the next game, right? Irish fan gonna be, we back.
Yeah.
We back.
Yeah.
Forget that first game, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we get smacked. And then we get smacked right after that game harder.
It's gonna take consistency.
And then we right back to talking like we're talking right now, man. Like us as fans, man, we have to go through this emotional roller coaster with this fucking team every year, bro.
Every year.
Yeah. It's gonna take consistency.
Shout out to Flame for Jesus for the $10 super chat, man. He said, if you are going to get rid of Canales, please send Dan Morgan and Bryce Young with him. That boy don't like Dan Morgan either, bro. He said
he ain't cutting him no slack neither.
None. He said Dan has been making lateral moves for 2 years on defense. Bryce has never been more than the backup for 29 games. I mean, and my thing was, people were saying Flame was so negative, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, but he looks like a fucking genius right now.
Yeah. And Flame put his money where his mouth is. He don't throw rocks
every day.
He don't throw rocks in high.
Everybody that was saying this team ain't gonna be shit, they look like geniuses right now, bro. So it's like when you feel naive, it's like I can't say nothing to Black Cat Panther podcast now. They was right. Or I can't go to somebody, whatever. They was right. Or somebody else is like, man, I don't believe in Bryce Young. They right. They look like geniuses right now.
Yeah.
And
when I see Prime have to come out, and Prime was on the show the other day with
You're right, 336.
Prime was on the show the other day with One Carolina. And y'all both know Prime and One Carolina love Bryce.
Yeah.
When them dudes got to come over to my show and actually call Bryce out,
Yeah.
it's that ain't good. It's not good, bro.
Yeah.
I felt naive, bro. Like even the dudes that love him
I
was
ain't
like,
gonna lie
that
to you.
ain't
I
it.
felt for my boy Prime, man, because in 336, you will remember this. We had some discussions, and you were saying full and unconditional. Come forward with it right now, And I was like, you probably remember a couple of shows where I told Prime, I was like, Prime, I got too much respect for you, man. And I said, even if you call me, shoot me a text, whatever else, I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. People probably thought I was bullshitting. But I was like, I respect you, man, and your football knowledge and acumen. I said, I know you don't believe in that damn 3 and 14. And he told me straight up, he said, Swarm, yes, I do. Yes, I do. He was like, this ain't got nothing to do with clicks. It ain't got nothing to do with this and that. He said, I'm gonna run my pod either way. I'm gonna be successful either way. He said, but I don't have to put up crap like that in order just to get likes. So when it
God
happened,
damn.
when it happened, I felt him. I said, man, I know that hit him hard, man. I
Let me tell
know
y'all
that hit
something.
him hard.
Let me tell y'all something real quick, Swarm. For anybody that keeps up with politics like I do, I'm very political, bro.
Yeah.
They got him.
Oh yeah, Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk got shot at Utah University, bro.
Really?
Hey,
Yeah, they
I
got
don't
him.
follow
Damn.
Charlie Kirk. I don't
Charlie Kirk.
follow him either.
Wait.
I've been checked out on politics. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
He got blasted at Utah today, bro. He ain't dead, but
But see, that's the thing, though. Like,
man,
it
people
don't
are
have to
crazy
go
out
that
this
far
motherfucker.
just
Man, look.
because we disagree
Yeah, they
on
real
politics.
sick.
Yeah,
Real sick.
just because you disagree with somebody's opinion don't mean you got to be killing people, bro.
But no,
Well,
they despise that dude, though. Like, they really do want his life just because of what he believes in.
But
And
this
that's
is my
insane.
thing, 336. This is my thing right here. And this has nothing to do with either side of the fence. If you really know, if you really, really, really know and value what it means to be an American, even if you don't like it, you allow it. It's part of liberty. It's a part of freedom.
It's the
It's a
First
part of
Amendment.
what this country is.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta like it, but you got so many other options. Just turn your head. Change the channel is what I always tell my daughter. When she called me and she's so upset about something, I said, Chelsea, just change the damn channel. I'm not gonna do that, Daddy. I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna get online. I said, that's what you young people do. I said, but not me. I ain't doing that. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let him have it, man. But to shoot that man because you disagree with him, I don't give a damn how you feel about it. That's wrong as hell.
The thing is that they'll call themselves the good guys after they do that shit. Like
Yeah.
I did it
All
for
he does is go
mankind
around
and
to college universities and debate college kids. That's literally all
Yeah.
he does.
Wow.
you can either be there or not. You're like, if you don't like what he's saying, then fucking just leave. You know,
You ain't got to go
don't
to the
go
auditorium. When I spent my days in college, I can promise you one thing. If it wasn't nothing else for me to do, I could get somebody up to the dorm room. If y'all know what I'm saying. So, fuck listening to this dude, man, because he on campus.
Hey, I know, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
I know what to do with my time. That's what his man
Go ahead,
said.
Michael. I don't agree with his stances, but damn, bro, that could be somebody that you standing next to don't agree with your stances. You want him to kill you? That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like that over politics.
Yeah, they got a whole family, man. Look, if you don't like what he got to say, then leave or turn the TV off, like Fred said,
or use your knowledge and intellect and debate him, make him look like a fool.
Thank
you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's facts. That's
That's what politics is about. Debate opinions.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
So yeah, like I'm just gonna point this out because my dad has taught me this lesson all my life, and it didn't click into my head until like I grew up to learn that, hey, arguing and all this other crap ain't gonna work out for you. Just walk away from it. Don't cause a scene. Don't do none of that. So yeah, that's how I learned.
Mike, it's people out here who are crazy enough to do just what somebody did to this guy today, man. Your dad has told you exactly right. It's
Right.
better to walk off, and it doesn't make you
Yes.
weak because you
Yes.
turn and you walk away. Matter of fact, it makes
Yes.
you intelligent. It makes you
Yes.
intelligent because these
Yes.
fools will, the moment that you stand
Yeah.
there and say something back to them,
Right.
they don't even
Yeah.
think about their own lives and how they might spend the rest of
Yeah.
their lives in prison.
Yeah.
They don't value life, man.
I'm gonna say this right here, man.
Stupid.
I'm gonna use
You
this
know,
as
I've never seen murdering somebody be glorified so much.
Right.
And
Yeah.
in today's society, this shit is sad as hell, man.
Yeah.
It's
It
sad.
is
And
sad, brother.
Yeah.
I'm young too, man. I mean, I ain't that young. I'm 31 years old, but
Yeah.
Oh,
goodness
You
you
gracious,
young.
you
You
young buck.
young.
You young buck.
Shit, you
I ain't
young.
that young though, man.
I
But
hear
hear
you,
look,
but yeah.
I'm gonna say this right here, man. I feel like this is a perfect time to say it. Everybody know. Look, man, I don't agree with everything 336 say. You don't agree with everything that I say, man. I mean, we got into it last week, but I'm glad that brother came over here to the show, man. Because it's just
Yeah, I
like,
don't
man,
hold grudges.
some people
That
know how
shit
to
don't
let
linger
shit.
with that
Yeah.
shit
That's
doesn't
it.
linger with 336. It
Some
doesn't linger
people,
with
I don't hold
336.
grudges.
some people don't know how to let shit go, and they'll just be like
Right.
their whole life
Right.
like that.
Yep.
So,
Can't do
hey,
that,
look,
man.
I'm saying shout
Yeah.
out to 336. Like in today's world, they'd have been like seeing 336 trying to get in here, and be like, I ain't
And
letting that nigga
336,
in.
my boy,
I ain't
man.
letting
That's
that
my
nigga
boy.
up in
Fuck
here.
that shit.
I ain't
That's my
on that
boy,
bullshit, man.
336.
We
Right.
said what we had to say. It's over with. Move on.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand
I
that. You
hold
going to shoot
grudges.
somebody.
That's
I
a
mean,
part
at
of
the
the
end of the
debate.
day,
People gonna get heated or whatever. It's over
yeah.
with, man.
I mean, this dude go from campus to campus all over the United States. It's people who on the other side that literally travel to debate him. As long as they can step foot on that campus without any issues, they'll
Yep.
follow him. So if I didn't get to talk to you at South Carolina, I'll talk to you at University of Tennessee. I'm gonna
Right.
follow
Right.
you until we get to debate.
Right.
But to shoot
Right.
the guy, like I don't agree with anything he say my damn self. But I
Now you got to
don't know
worry
how he
about.
need to die.
Now you
He
got to
don't
worry
need to
about these
die.
copycats. Now you got to worry about these copycats.
Oh, yeah. That's the way
Yeah,
it goes,
yeah,
Twan.
yeah, yeah,
Now
That's
yeah.
the way it
somebody going.
goes.
Now somebody going. I'm waiting for this Democratic speaker to speak, and I'm gonna get in.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
here we
Who
go.
ain't done shit to them, by the
Who
way?
ain't done nothing to them. There it go. They
I
got
don't.
one
I'm
of
gonna
ours.
get
We're
it.
gonna get one of them, man. Leave that mess alone, bro.
Right. Join the military if y'all want
It's
to do
very
all of that, man.
interesting.
There's a place for you
It's
if you want to load that 16. If you want to load that M16 and go play on that desert sand, if that's what you
they
think you
got a
want to
spot for
do,
you.
I encourage you
Right.
to raise your hand.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
They got a spot
336,
for
we
you.
good, right?
they got a spot.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Twan.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we good, man.
That's why I don't
Yeah,
hold
man.
grudges.
Hey,
Yeah,
look, man,
not at
don't
all.
take none of that shit I said to you that day personal. I ain't take. We was
No,
heated,
at all.
but
People
that
get
shit
heated
over
in
with. You know what I'm
debates,
saying?
and that's the end of
Right.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
hold
Yeah.
grudges.
yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
look,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Exactly.
forgot.
I ain't gonna lie.
I had forgot about that.
Y'all,
I had
he
forgot
almost,
about that.
hey, that motherfucker almost made me laugh that day too. That motherfucker said, he said with your 7 subscribers. I was like, oh shit. It ain't true, but that shit hit me on the side.
I'm
Hey, but
telling
he
you
kept
right
it
now,
real
don't
though. He
fuck with
said
three
he kept it real though. He said he was gonna be over here still though. And look,
Yeah,
he here.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
that's a fact.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love
Hey,
all
shout out
these
to
I
Flavor
debates.
always
Jesus.
I'm
enjoy
pretty sure
myself
everybody
on
does.
pods with 336 because you never know where his ass coming from, and then
I'm gonna
he'll
tell you like
drop some
this.
shit. Yeah.
I ain't arguing with that nigga no more because I ain't gonna get no word in.
Oh no,
Hey,
no, no,
look,
no, 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 no.
shout out to
Your
Flavor
ass
Jesus
gonna
with the
debate if you
$10.
go
Yeah,
debate.
you can
Yeah.
forget that. You ain't gonna get that. Shout out to Flavor Jesus with $10 super chat. Said 31-10 Arizona. 2 wins in my floor and 5 wins is my ceiling. Damn, 2. I watched a lot of old games to
Man.
come to that conclusion. I didn't just say it, Twan. I did my research. Okay.
Yes, sir. Dang, 2 wins, but hey, I don't know. Canales can survive that, even if they do get rid of Bryce.
Yeah. I don't think Canales or Bryce Young survives that. They both out of here at that
I
point.
think Bryce out of here
Yeah.
regardless, but
Yeah, me
as
too.
far as
Me
as
too.
far as the head coach goes,
Hey, Ken 88 said they showing him at Zip. He said people mess up in this world. So I don't know. He was the director of that Zip. I don't know where that was from.
Probably
Detroit.
Yeah, yeah,
about the
yeah. And
shooting.
my retarded ass, I didn't even see that Kitty had put his name in the comment right above that
Oh
one.
yeah.
So,
I've
yeah.
never heard him. I don't. Honestly, y'all, and y'all know him, and both of y'all, Twan and 336, y'all know. I mean, my bachelor's degree was in political science. Y'all know I typically stay
I got a
plugged
bachelor's
in.
degree in political science too, bro.
So that means that me and you can't take them both of them degrees and buy a good cup of Starbucks coffee with them motherfuckers. We
You can't
each
do
doing
nothing but talk
something
about
else.
this shit.
Yeah, we each doing something else. I can assure you of that. So,
Hey,
but listen,
Go
but
ahead and tell my
listen.
son who about to
hey, look,
graduate, stay away from that
all we
shit.
can,
Tell him.
No,
hey,
no, no,
all
no,
we
no,
can
no, no,
do,
no,
get,
no, no, no,
all we can
Logic.
do is win political debates. That's about it.
Logic.
Yeah.
This is what you make sure of when you talk to him. If
Uh-huh.
he's planning to move forward and go into to law, if
Okay.
he gonna do that, fine. Take it, get his GPA up, study for the law, the LSAT, the
Yeah.
law school admissions test. Going to get because it's a great degree as a baseline for law school. If that's what he want to do, then great. But if he planning on just getting a bachelor's in political science and going into the working world, tell him to make sure he get a double major.
He said
Because
make it double. Go ahead and
he
give
ain't
it
gonna make
double.
no
So,
money
Twan,
with that
You ain't
political
gonna make no money.
science.
with y'all political background and y'all experience and knowledge, right? I hate to do this, but would you agree that throughout the country's history, there's one side that's responsible for this type of behavior?
Fuck no. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. That's what I want
No,
people
no,
to
no.
know
I'm not
about
saying
me,
that
bro.
you are. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if you go back to the beginning of these assassination attempts, as far as political stuff, it's
It's been
really
everybody.
one side that. One side legitimately does the actual attempts, though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
That's what's as far as the left, like with the whole JFK situation and Abraham Lincoln and Donald Trump. These guys have either been killed or they've actually had legitimate, incredible threats to their life, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like it's always members of the far left who want to commit these type of actions.
But the kid that shot at Trump was identified as a Republican.
Yeah. That was his own
Yeah,
people.
and that's what I find most interesting about that. I never saw that was confirmed or not, but I just find it
Well,
interesting
Yeah.
based on history, he's right. I mean, based on history. But to understand that is to also understand that the Republican Party became the.
It's a little deeper than that with me
I know, but
because
I'm going to tell you, Swan. But
yeah.
you
All right,
remember,
I'll leave it alone.
the Republican Party became the Democratic Party around what was it, 1950? When they
Yes,
switched.
1950
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
yeah. That's why, like a lot of times, I hear people who identify today as lifelong Republicans, and I say, you do know that the party geographically and just with the way the image of it shifted during
Ideologically.
the civil rights movement. So what I would say to you is if you looked at the leanings and the makeup of the party and everything else of the Republican Party today, and you went back to 1940, you would say that those are Democrats.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Yeah, it's switched over. So
Yeah.
in order for me to agree with what you were saying, I would say when you say historically, I would say I would probably have to agree with what Twan said because when you start to talk about, lynchings and things like that
Hey,
and
Red, I don't mean
stacking
to cut you off.
yeah, my
I,
bad.
I, I don't mean to cut you. I just saw like the videos on Twitter. They shot that man right dead in the middle of his chest too, bro.
Dang.
That's sad, man.
I'm not gonna put it up because I don't want YouTube coming
He
for me.
looks young. He looks young too.
Yeah,
But somebody,
he ain't that old. He
a
ain't that old.
sniper, yeah, somebody sniped him, bro. They got
Oh, they
him right in
playing
the
that.
middle of
They
the chest.
playing that. They
Yeah,
playing
that was
that. And,
playing.
and listen, and I'm gonna tell you something. 9 times out of 10, people go to ranges with and 336. You'll agree with me. You get people who are just gun enthusiasts, and they and they go to ranges and learn how to fire,
Right,
and
Kitty.
become quite masterful with long range rifles. But normally when you get over a certain distance and you take a shot and hit something, that's a prior service, motherfucker. You 9 times out of 10, I will bet you $100 to 1 that's a that's a former service member, and I would still tell you 7 out of 10
I
is
got you,
probably a
Mike.
former Marine. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. I mean, he got him right dead, like by the way his t-shirt popped, right in the center of his chest. Go ahead.
So yeah, like me
God
personally,
damn, I just watched it.
um,
Son of a bitch.
Damn, that shit was right on point. Wasn't it, Logic?
Hey, bro, he in trouble, fam.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't see him making it through that shit if they get him to the hospital. Go ahead,
That's
Mike.
fucked up, man.
okay, so I'm not the one to, say, well, actually, this is true, to be honest. Violence is not the answer. Like, if you think that, killing someone is going to make you a hero, mind you, there's people out there that will murder people for,
Yeah.
for specific reasons, like their family members getting killed and all that. Well, mind you, if you kill that person that did that crime, sure, he might be dead, but is that going to bring your life or your loved one back? No,
No, it's
because
not.
it's like why would you go through all that trouble to try to go out and hurt someone? Mind you, like it doesn't make sense. Like you should just like have no response to that, like saying, oh, I'm gonna go out here and kill you, like there's no tomorrow, like I'm gonna make your life suffer. Like the way that I look at it is this: if you make that person's life suffer because of what they did, that's going to affect not only the people that's around them, but it's going to affect you personally because you went out of your way to do a negative thing that's not going to bring the person that's dead back to life. It just
That's a
doesn't work
fact.
that way.
That's a fact.
And
That's a
equally,
fact.
this
Man, fuck
attempt
that
on
public
Charlie
speaking,
Kirk's
bro.
life isn't going to change anything politically.
Nah.
Yeah. No,
He's
it's
not a
just
He's not a
politician.
Congress member. He's
it
not.
ain't gonna change a
He's a public
thing.
figure.
It's not gonna change a thing. And Michael is absolutely correct. It doesn't get to really what you were trying to do it for. Doesn't help at all. Matter of fact, and I'm not asking for sympathy for the person who did this or his families, but you do realize that he just caused his family to lose him too.
Well, people that do that type of shit, man, they don't care. That was a jealous act. I mean, that was a selfish.
Yeah, selfish. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like the dude just go around speaking to different people that, like, I mean, he has an extreme view on things or whatever, but everybody calls everything extreme now. But
Yeah.
what he don't do anything to affect your pockets. Why are you aiming at him?
That's jacked up, man.
He doesn't write or pass laws. He doesn't do anything. He's a public figure.
If you
All
don't
he
like,
is
like
a
you
speaker,
said,
like
then
you
go
said.
debate
Yeah.
him. Go to one of them shits and debate him. Somebody decided today that I'm gonna kill him. For what?
Woke
Now
up
what happened?
today. Woke up today.
It's a
Went
million
out
more like
there.
him, bro.
Yeah.
And look how many college students are out here at this event. Look how many. It's people up on top of buildings watching this event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
I
fuck
know,
that
man.
public speaking shit. I ain't people too crazy out here, bro.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
You might take 704 show on the road, bro. Somebody out there waiting to block us.
Twice say hell no.
What the fuck, man? Damn, over the Panthers? Over the
And
Panthers.
you're absolutely right. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to go out here and travel the country and speak to thousands and millions of people on what you believe, especially
Yeah.
when people seriously oppose your opinion in a time like this. Like the guy that you're backing had an attempt on his life.
Yep. But you still have courage to go out there in support and to echo the things that you strongly agree with him upon. And he knows that the man is not unintelligent. He walk around with a mark on his chest.
Yeah, they're gonna have to stop doing it now.
Yeah,
Him, Candace,
I got it.
Brandon,
I
Brandon
gotta have
Tatum, all of them.
the glass that they talk, the bulletproof shit. I need all
Yeah,
that.
that don't. Yeah.
I need all
I
that.
mean, the Pope ain't even safe, bro, and he ain't doing nothing to nobody.
Nah, because
You
if
know, it's
somebody don't like him, they'll kill him.
Yeah. Pope ain't safe, man. And when he ever done something to somebody?
That's a religion thing.
Yeah, and listen, I know we don't went deep enough with this. I'm finna hush because I didn't know who this dude was when y'all said the name, but I'm looking at it now online as well. It's just messed up, man. This world, man, is just so messed up, man. And it always has been, but I'm telling you right now, I don't know that the pitch is as feverish as it is now has ever been this high, man. I just don't know.
Well, we live in a different America now, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Well, look, man, it blew my eye.
Yeah, man. I mean, too, man. In fact, I'm actually supposed to be doing some damn work.
Oh, man, that shit just blew my mind. Let's go and get the fuck up out of here, man. Look.
Yeah.
Look, man. My man Carolina Logic coming through here, bro. Logic coming through, man. My man Gas coming through. My man Red Swarm coming up here in the building, man.
Enjoy y'all, man.
Man. Enjoy the show today. Hey, Michael, tell them where they can find you at, bro.
Yeah, you guys can find me on X at Michael Wydrick. So yeah, just follow me there. I hope great show, guys. Yeah, so keep pounding, everyone.
My man Gas, tell them where they can find you at, brother.
Oh, man, I'm still up and coming, man. I'm still up and coming, but it's Gas Radio 2024 on YouTube, man. That's where I'm at.
Man, please go subscribe to that man channel, run his numbers up, man. You know what I'm saying? We all the community around here, man. Ain't nothing but love, man. Go ahead and run him up. This dude know what he's talking about, bro. I like him.
And for I just want to throw something in there for the people who not necessarily weed smokers themselves. It's not necessarily all the way predicated on that, man. We sit back and we give our opinion on things too. You know, we got a lot of things coming in the near future, but you know, it's just our perspective from a hot standpoint. You know what I'm saying? You can come talk with us too, even though you don't smoke yourself.
Yes, sir.
You know, you gonna have some people hitting you up, you know, with some orders. Hey, is that the YouTube weed, man? I don't know, man. You got to holler at him.
I mean, you know, we don't know where to send you. We'll know where to send you. We'll put it like that. We'll know where to tell you to go. We'll give you a good review of it.
336, man. Let them know where they can find you out here in these streets.
Oh, I'm on mute. Sorry, guys. Yeah, y'all can find me at Commander 336 right here on YouTube, man.
All right, man. Go check that man out. Hit the subscribe button. Run his numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, all these guys is gifted, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get Swarm. Swarm, you started the show yet?
No, man. I just do this shit because I'm an older dude. I'm oftentimes irritable and cranky, and I just like to fuck with people. No,
I thought Kendall was doing the show.
No. He'll make it.
I think you'll do damn good with this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, y'all. I just listen. I can't really commit to nothing because a lot of times, and Twan, just so you know, even in the afternoon, the planning on doing something. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. My ass, I'm 58. My ass might be done fell asleep and taking a nap somewhere.
Easily.
And I will not apologize for it. Thank you.
Easily.
Yeah.
The time you put in with us, brother, you could be, you know what I'm saying, putting in with your own platform.
Hey, look,
you know?
man.
Yeah, you're right. It helps me get through the workday.
When you turn 50,
I feel you though, Red. Tell him,
Red, when you 50, You'll fall asleep after a loss.
Thank you. You won't be that pissed off.
If your team lose, you gonna go right to bed.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Logic, bro.
Yo.
Shout out to Logic with the Black Cat Panther podcast. He do got a show. Hey, Logic.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Look, Black Cat Panther podcast. Been affiliated in for a little while now, man. You ain't been over there, go like, comment, and subscribe. I also got Carolina Logic 84 on YouTube. That's my personal page. Come holler at me there. I'm giving you information, giving you videos, whether it's concerts, whether it's football games, soccer games from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, man. This is your boy Logic. I am out.
That's my man Logic from the Black Cat Panther podcast, man. Thank everybody for coming through here today. Let me make sure I got everybody on this thing, man. Shout out to Flame for Jesus. Shout out to Flame for Jesus with the donations and everything, man. This is the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. And we about to get up out of here, man. We'll holler at y'all next time, man.
Down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The 704 Charlotte Bound Show.